Mika here. Please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next parts.
Long ago, a renowned blacksmith thrived, eventually selling weapons to the kingdom of Kyria. Amid a relentless war, he ascended to baron status. This blacksmith was none other than Master Roman's father. As Roman listens to the tale, a character wonders, why is he listening to a story everyone knows? Reflecting on his new reality, Roman questions, "You're telling me that I'm the eldest son of the Dmitri family?" Roman's behavior is odd to those around him, leaving observers like a character wondering, perhaps he changed. Today, Roman's fiancée from the Lawrence family is visiting, which calls for preparation given her noble manners. Roman internally reflects that his former personality earned him the nickname Moron of Dmitri. Despite the chaotic adjustments, Roman muses, well, if I freak, it's possible. There's more to him than meets the eye, as his past life experiences linger just beneath the surface. Roman Dmitri grapples with a new reality as he learns he's now the eldest son of the Dmitri family, awakening in a world where he's unfamiliar and Murim doesn't exist. Internally, Roman is someone else entirely, Baek-jung Hyuk, who lived a fierce life in Murim and accepted his death only to awaken in Roman's body. He reflects, is this the will of the heavens, or is it God's punishment? As he grapples with his circumstances, amid chaos, a scuffle unfolds, a man shouts, "You bastard, just fucking die," as violence erupts. A stark reminder of the world's brutality, Roman, once known as the Moron of Dmitri, wonders if he can navigate this unfamiliar life. A master tries to brush off the situation, suggesting, "Let's just act like we saw nothing," but is interrupted by a stern stop. Roman Dmitri steps into the scene, faced with mockery for his noble status. While his servants show concern, Roman confronts them, seeking an explanation for their audacity and demanding to know, who broke the law here? His servant explains the blood fangs don't address disrespects themselves and points out, they disrespected you, the eldest son of the Dmitri family, which is considered a grave crime. The situation heats up, with the servant mentioning that, under local law, the blood fangs deserve harsh punishment for their actions. The tables turn as Roman asserts control, his past life's determination shining through in this confrontation with the blood fangs. Roman Dmitri, the eldest son of Lord Romero Dmitri, confronts a group of thugs with fiery determination. The leader sneers at Roman, dismissing his noble status, and warns that his actions put them in a real tight spot. The confrontation turns physical when Roman lunges forward with surprising speed, causing shock among the thugs, who immediately shout, "Attack him." In a swift motion, Roman subdues one adversary, leaving him gasping. Bloodied but undeterred, another thug cries out, "Bastard," as chaos erupts. Roman's servant watches with concern, exclaiming, "Master," as the situation grows dire. Without hesitation, Roman continues his assault, delivering a fierce punch that sends another thug reeling. The scene becomes a whirlwind of violence and resolve, showcasing Roman's newfound strength and relentless spirit in the chaotic world he navigates. In a dramatic turn of events, observers are shocked, exclaiming, "That person is really Master Roman." As chaos erupts, Roman muses about the moment he first awakened, surrounded by ominous signs like a will, written by Roman and multiple drugs on the floor. Emerging from flames, Roman stands resolute, determined to forge a new path. His ruthlessness incites fear, as people scream "monster." An adversary struggles under Roman's grip, yet Roman calmly declares, "You should still pay for talking so ruthlessly." The encounter is brutal, marked by cries of pain. Roman boldly asserts, "My name is Roman Dmitri," as bloodied figures lie defeated around him. His declaration challenges anyone displeased by his severe punishment. This scene marks a pivotal moment for Roman, who must navigate his dual identity with resilience and strength. This declaration underscores his readiness to face any challenge head-on. Despite the impending conflict, this resolve marks the beginning of a new chapter in Roman's journey, one where he must balance strength with wisdom in the chaotic world he navigates. This sets the stage for the face of Dmitri, as Roman seeks to redefine his legacy amidst emerging threats. The tension is palpable, laying the groundwork for a tale of transformation and tenacity. In the world of Murim, Baek-jung Hyuk stood unmatched, feared by many who now lie defeated at his feet. As he commands, "Hance, call the guards." Baek reflects on the bloodied aftermath, realizing the limitations of the body he inhabits. "This really is a useless body," he muses, noting its weak kai. Encountering a battered figure, Baek warns, "The blood fangs broke the law, and I just punished them for it." He insists on truthfulness, assuring no lies will be tolerated. The young man, humbled, confesses, sharing the plight behind his family's desperation. Roman, wielding Baek Jung, Hyuk's soul, navigates this new world with a blend of grit and wisdom, determined to set matters right while grappling with a frustratingly weak vessel. A farmer recounts the devastation brought by the blood fangs. They destroyed all of our crops, he cries, a victim of ruin and desperation. His voice trembles as he reveals their sinister motives. Those bastards did that because they were after my younger sister. With a heart-wrenching plea, he begs, no, please, at least save my little sister. Roman listens intently, his gaze piercing, reminiscent of a powerful figure from Baek Jung, Hyuk's past. The young man, Kevin, introduces himself. Roman reassures Kevin, promising the truth of today will be dealt with, to which Kevin expresses profound gratitude. Thank you so much. As Roman turns to leave, he is struck by an unexplainable feeling, a sense that he is bound to this newcomer in an unforeseen way. Meanwhile, the impending arrival of Lady Flora is signaled by the sound of an approaching carriage, hinting at further developments in Roman's journey. Lady Flora is en route to meet her future husband, Roman Dmitri. The announcement that she's to marry the heir of the Dmitri family, a surprise divulged only a month ago, still echoes in her mind. Her father emphasized that the union with the Dmitris was essential for overcoming their family's struggle. Yet Flora remains uneasy, imagining being surrounded by minors. The rough life she dreads. Flora, her father apologizes, conveying the necessity despite her protests. The decision was a hard one, driven by desperation and the hope to align with the Dmitris' power. As the carriage halts, Flora recalls feelings of dismay. She was once promised to the promising second son, not Roman, the moron of the Dmitri family. Stepping out, she prepares to meet Roman, famously known for luxury and enjoyment. Her internal question persists, why did this life-soaked perfume, reflecting her dread and reluctance as the reality of her situation unfolds. Lady Flora enters with uncertainty, instantly sensing that Roman Dmitri is really not it. She abruptly proposes, want us to forget about this marriage. Roman unexpectedly agrees, replying, fine with me, leaving Flora stunned. Roman calmly explains, the moron of the Dmitris wouldn't dare marry someone like you, so I believe it's right to cancel this marriage. Confused, Flora hesitates, asking if there's a problem with canceling so abruptly. Roman presses, do you want to marry me? Roman asserts, then let's not cause each other any more trouble. He states he'll take full responsibility for the broken engagement, saying it's not a big deal for him to be called a divorced man on top of being the moron of the Dmitris. Flora, puzzled and introspective, wonders about the man she's met, questioning, is he really that rumored moron? As Roman leaves, a voice echoes with disbelief over the cancelled marriage. The encounter leaves an air of surprise and reevaluation of reputations. Roman Dmitri faces a storm of anger from his father, furious over the broken engagement with the Lawrence family. You stupid brat, his father yells, emphasizing the importance of the marriage for their noble status. Roman remains unfazed, simply responding, my apologies. His father warns of dire consequences, telling Roman he'll be drafted in 6 months. Amidst accusations of involving the blood fang, his father declares, you are now responsible for your own problems, and withdraws any support. Roman accepts the challenge with a composed, I'll deal with it myself. His father's disbelief turns to shock as Roman insists, it was caused by my actions. I believe that I should take care of it, showcasing unexpected resolve. As he exits, Lady Flora warns, they're not afraid to even terrorize nobles, highlighting the danger ahead. Her words ignite a determined fire in Roman, as he embarks on a journey to reclaim his reputation and tackle the looming threats head on. In a tense exchange, Lady Flora warns Roman Dmitri, suggesting that if the Lawrence family feels troubled, they'll do anything to get back at you. Roman, unwavering, questions why he should beg for mercy, asserting, why should I do that? Flora is taken aback by his composure, realizing, you really don't know your place. Roman's unyielding demeanor leaves Flora in disbelief, uttering, what, as the reality of his defiance sinks in. This moment captures the brewing tension and the shift in Roman's identity, as he navigates his new life with resilience and daring. In the world of the nobles, where reputation and alliances are paramount, Roman Dmitri grapples with the uncomfortable odor lingering from the aftermath of conflict. Its smell is damn awful, he murmurs. Despite the stench, the impending meeting with Lady Flora looms, demanding his utmost respect and decorum. Contemplating the pressure of the arranged marriage, Roman muses, marriage, reflecting on the complexities he faces in this unfamiliar world. As he prepares to meet his fiancée, he resolves internally, I need to break this engagement, while offending her as little as possible. Roman's plan, however, encounters an obstacle: Lady Flora's own lack of intention to respect him. Facing her, Roman observes, Miss Flora, you're quite an arrogant person, aren't you? Capturing her surprise, he calmly explains his reasoning, understanding her predicament but challenging her unexpected anxiety when he mentioned breaking off the engagement. As Roman navigates this delicate situation, a new layer unfolds in his journey of balancing honor and personal conviction. In a decisive moment, Roman Dmitri ends his engagement with Lady Flora. Flora, taken aback, stammers her reluctance as Roman asserts, from the moment the topic of breaking the engagement came up, you had no right to interfere with my decision. He declares they will go our separate ways from now, and insists they let us mind our own businesses. Roman's resolve is clear as he states, this will be the first and last time we meet. Meanwhile, tensions brew at home. Roman's father, in a drunken stupor, laments, I used violence against Roman again. He reflects on promises made when they rose from commoners to nobility, vowing never to let his children endure past hardships. Yet he grapples with guilt over Roman, who alone shared those tough times. This stark contrast between Roman's determination and his father's regret paints a vivid picture of their strained relationship and Roman's unwavering pursuit of his own path. In the aftermath of their troubled past, Roman Dmitri's father struggles with guilt, lamenting, I don't know how I should treat Roman. His wife reassures him, urging not to blame himself too much, acknowledging their shared responsibility to steer their children rightly. Recognizing Roman's prideful nature, they ponder the risk of him confronting Blood Fang on his own. With urgency, they decide to call Captain Jonathan for aid. Meanwhile, outside, Roman is warned about the dangers of Blood Fang's potential revenge. Roman's observations turn reflective, considering Blood Fang's rise to power, built on mercilessly slaughtering their enemies, and how infamy gives birth to fear. His followers express concern, questioning, but are they not still dangerous? Roman, with a subtle smile, responds confidently, yes, as long as implying his unspoken strategy and determination to face what lies ahead. This scene captures a moment of reflection and preparation, as Roman stands at a crossroads, ready to challenge the threats looming over his family and forge his own path. In a bustling town, Roman Dmitri muses over the looming danger, thinking, they can make me afraid, that is. The scene shifts to a lively restaurant, where laughter and talk animate the air. Roman sits with a companion, who eagerly delivers their meal. Suddenly, Roman stands, catching his companion off guard. You can stay here and eat. I'll be heading out first, he asserts, determined to proceed alone. His companion, alarmed, questions, what are you talking about all of a sudden? Roman reassures him, explaining, from now on, I'll continue the investigation myself. His companion protests, exclaiming, I cannot allow that. The fear of letting Roman venture alone grips him, asserting he can't send the young master off unaccompanied. Hans, are you really one of my men? Roman asks pointedly. Hans, startled, affirms, of course I am one of your men, young master. Roman insists, you've done more than enough just by accompanying me outside, encouraging Hans to remain safe as he departs, determined to face the challenges head on. Roman's mere presence unsettles those around him, leaving Hans reflecting on their interaction, thinking, I never expected that. Suddenly, chaos erupts in the street as cries of panic fill the air. Now's not the time for this, someone shouts, rushing for aid. Over recent days, Roman has observed that the Blood Fang's strength is diminishing, and they're only formidable in small groups. He muses, if I can't find them myself, I just need to make them come to me. Purposefully wandering with Hans, Roman believes they've tracked his movements by now, aware that the regular Dmitri Knight's training has reduced street security. As he strolls through the empty alleys, he senses this is the perfect moment for their revenge. Suddenly, cloaked figures confront him, declaring, this is the revenge of Blood Fang. The tension escalates as their leader prepares to strike, yelling for the captain. Roman stands ready, his plan unfolding as the confrontation begins. As tensions rise in town, Captain Jonathan is alerted by Hans of a crisis. The young master is in danger, Hans exclaims, urgency in his voice. Alarm spreads as the realization hits. Young Master Roman is in danger. Meanwhile, chaos erupts on the streets. Roman faces a violent encounter, his attacker shouting, this basta, before being swiftly and brutally subdued. A knife slashes through the air, but Roman's reflexes are quick. With a fierce retort, Kuaak echoes as Roman counterattacks with intensity. Blood paints the pavement as Roman stands over the fallen assailant, his presence commanding and formidable. Observers watch in shock, unable to comprehend the swift transformation from prey to predator. What the hell? Voices cry out, confusion rippling through the group witnessing Roman's unexpected prowess. The whispers grow. This is different from what we heard, uncertainty creeping in. With a chilling calm, Roman asks, "What are you guys doing?" His demeanor a testament to his readiness to face whatever challenge lies ahead. In a dramatic scene, Roman Dmitri stands resolute, bloodied yet undeterred, boldly challenging his foes with the chilling command, "Come get me." This declaration marks his defiance and readiness to face any enemy daring to confront him. The tension in the air mirrors Roman's fierce determination as he grapples with the chaos surrounding him, showcasing his refusal to back down in the face of danger. This moment encapsulates Roman's transformation, underscoring his transition from a scorned noble to a formidable force in a world filled with conflict and intrigue. In a bustling square, Hans urgently informs Captain Jonathan about Roman Dimitri's solo venture into the city without any guards. "Do you think he went to fight with Blood Fang?" he asks, the concern evident in his voice. The captain's skepticism is palpable as he and his companion chuckle incredulously. That makes no sense. Yet Hans remains adamant, insisting on the truth of his words. The gravity of the situation dawns on the captain, who realizes there's no time to stand idly by. With the Lord's request echoing in his mind, he reluctantly agrees to assist, acknowledging the task as a pain. Issuing swift orders, the captain commands his men to arm themselves and locate Roman. He assures them that their presence will deter any harm from befalling the young master. With resolve hardening in his eyes, he acknowledges the risk Roman has taken, thinking that Moron really did it this time. Meanwhile, in the distance, a confrontation leads to a faint cry of pain, an indicator of the brewing storm surrounding Roman Dmitri. In the heart of chaos, Roman Dmitri stands amidst the blood fangs, exuding a calm confidence. "What are you doing?" he challenges, as fear ripples through his adversaries. His commanding stance invites them with a chilling "come at me." The tension escalates when one assailant lunges, knife in hand, but Roman swiftly retaliates, blood marking his arm in defiance. "You bastard!" another screams, rushing forward in vain. Roman's precision is unmatched as he skillfully evades attacks, countering with lethal efficiency. In a flurry of movement, Roman disables his foes, their cries echoing through the alley. With a final, powerful strike, he questions them coldly. "Is it just the three of you?" Amidst their defeat, an enemy warns, "If you kill us, you won't be safe." Yet Roman retorts with unshaken resolve, "How can you say that when I already killed two of you?" This clash underscores Roman's transformation into a formidable force, fearlessly confronting those who dare to oppose him. In the dim light of an inn, Roman Dmitri grips the blade tightly, questioning, "Answer wisely to what I ask you, or else." The air grows tense as the man screams in agony, under Roman's intense gaze. Now Roman demands, "Who's your leader?" revealing his steely resolve to uncover the truth. Outside, the town carries on in the twilight, unaware of the brewing storm. Inside a bustling tavern, laughter fills the air. Amidst the merriment, Roman's presence disrupts the lively atmosphere as patrons notice him quietly. "Hello, young master," stammers a startled observer as Roman strides in, his demeanor calm yet commanding. Whispers ripple through the crowd, "Why does he look like that?" as they speculate over his unexpected arrival. Roman approaches the bar, requesting "Tear of the Dawn," one from the 20s, only to be politely informed that the drink isn't available. The scene is set for Roman to continue his pursuit of answers, his aura of determination unshakable amidst the unwary patrons. In a dimly lit tavern, Roman Dmitri seeks something potent to drink, requesting, "Get me something strong. I have something to do in the morning, so I may need to be a bit drunk." The mysterious Dew of the Dawn is whispered about, a pub known for covert dealings. Roman inquires about the secret code, Tear of the Dawn, which unlocks access to hidden tasks. Amidst the lively chatter, an undercurrent of tension builds. Suddenly, a voice shouts, "Everyone attack." Chaos erupts as Roman swiftly counters, landing a devastating blow with precision. A cry of "T, that bastard," rings out as his adversaries scramble, knives drawn. Panic spreads and the call for guards reverberates through the tavern, sending patrons fleeing into the streets. Roman, unmoved by the chaos, faces the storm with steely determination, ready for whatever challenges arise next. In a tense clash, Roman Dmitri swiftly dispatches 3 adversaries, leaving onlookers stunned. What happened? He took down 3 of them instantly, they exclaim, witnessing Roman's unexpected prowess. Whispers among the crowd buzz, that's Roman. He's different from what we heard, as they realize his skill. Despite appearing alone, Roman is fueled by the martial arts of Murim, enhancing his strength through precise breathing techniques. Unfazed by his opponents, Roman faces the encroaching threat with a confident smirk, thinking, these people are nothing but nuisances. As he confronts the last man standing, Roman calmly suggests, let's have a talk, shall we? Underlining his fearsome composure. His demeanor shakes the final adversary, prompting anxious questions, young master, why are you doing this? Even in this charged atmosphere, Roman coolly replies, what a useless question. The scene ends with the foes in disarray. Roman's transformation from a moron to a formidable warrior, unmistakably clear. In a tense atmosphere, whispers fill the room as someone questions, is this really something the young master did? The disbelief is palpable amid the chaos left behind by Roman Dmitri. A soldier urgently calls out, Captain, heralding news that shakes them further. The captain is informed that a survivor from an upstairs scuffle claimed, the young master went to Lawrence. The revelation dawns with a chilling realization as the captain learns the true gravity of the situation. Blood Fang's main base is at Lawrence. Each voice brings new astonishment, painting Roman not as a mere noble, but as someone deeply involved in the unfolding drama. The weight of their dilemma hangs heavy as they grapple with the unexpected actions of the Dmitri heir. In the dim light of a secluded room an hour prior, Roman Dmitri confronts a defiant captive. I think we'd both be better off if we talk through this, Roman suggests, but he is met with resistance. The captive, steadfast, curses, kill me. Blood Fang will definitely get their revenge on you. Roman examines a photograph, presenting a chilling ultimatum. I will find and kill your son, who is in this picture. Despite his captive's denial, he isn't my son. Panic flares in his eyes. Facing the man's unwavering silence, Roman declares, all right, time to test it out. A test of resolve against secret keeping. Determined, Roman reflects on Blood Fang's tactics, noting, I found one common thing among those guys, their willingness to die for revenge. His interrogation blends cunning and cold determination as he seeks the truth, leveraging fear and psychological pressure to unravel the mysteries shrouding Blood Fang and their connection. Roman Dmitri delves deeper into the truth about the Blood Fang, revealing their twisted methods. They ended up turning into devils, he notes, exposing how individuals, once indebted, are transformed into slaves through fear and manipulation. The grim scenario unfolds, revealing a sinister tactic where family members are used as leverage. In a tense confrontation, Roman boldly threatens a captive. I was serious when I said I'd kill your son. His cold resolve is evident as he insists, I will make the soldiers look for him, and I will kill him. Yet, he offers a choice. Would you rather keep your mouth shut, or will you give me the information I need? As the town awakens, whispers spread. Is that really true? The entire division was defeated by Roman Dmitri himself. The streets pulse with surprise, acknowledging Roman's formidable transformation. In a tense moment, the news that Roman Dmitri has acted alone reverberates through his enemies. Damn it, curses one, unable to fathom Roman's audacity. Skepticism lingers as someone insists, I don't think Roman Dmitri is capable of doing something like that. Yet the undeniable truth of his solitary victory shakes them deeply. An old enemy, realizing Roman's boldness to strike at their headquarters alone, declares, he dares to attack all by himself. Gather our forces immediately. The urgency in his voice stokes fear among those who must act swiftly to protect themselves. Their strategy is desperate. We will kill Roman before we come in contact with the Dmitri Knights. We must take care of that arrogant brat. With a sinister resolve, they vow, I will kill you today mercilessly, as they plot Roman's downfall. Meanwhile, tension simmers in a different room, where talk of impending war and strategic loans taken by the Barcos signals a brewing storm. The only reason they would need that much is to prepare for war. A figure warns, sending ripples of unease as alliances form, and adversaries gear up for conflict. In a tense room, leaders discuss the looming threat from the Barcos, fearing, we must keep our territory at all costs. The Lawrence family relies on their fertile lands to survive, but rumors of dubious alliances emerge, suggesting betrayal. A document hints at ancestral connections to the Barcos, causing panic. One leader insists, no matter what happens, we must not give away our territory, as desperation peaks. Despite Barco's financial power, hope lies in the Dmitri marriage alliance. Oh, that's right, we have the Dmitris, someone reassures, betting on their wealth and influence. Flora, burdened by her broken engagement, frets, oh no, now that I've broken it off, I can't face my father. Torn by duty and heart, she struggles with the pressure to secure the family's future. Determined, she asserts, I can't marry someone who I don't have feelings for. As voices clash over alliances and betrayals, Flora's choice reverberates, impacting the Lawrence's path amidst the brewing storm. In a shocking turn of events, chaos erupts in the streets as cries of "My lord, it's an emergency!" echo through a tense atmosphere. Guards demand entry with shouts of "Open up, you bastards!" as they brace themselves for the unknown. The urgency escalates. If anything happens to young Roman, a vow of retribution hangs in the air. "I won't forgive you." As panic spreads, a captain is alerted. Lawrence Plaza is a total mess right now. The threat intensifies. A command to break down the door, "You assholes," resonates, revealing determination amidst the chaos. The scene intensifies further, with blood, stained streets and questions of what is going on, as fear and confusion pervade the air. Witnessing the brutality, onlookers hesitate, wondering if they should intervene. The plea, "Spare my life," echoes, capturing the desperate cry of the defeated. The atmosphere is rife with uncertainty and danger, leaving an indelible mark on those who witness the unfolding drama. In a dimly lit room, the atmosphere is tense. The leader, once confident in victory, reflects on how it was simple. Confronting a moron noble and backed by multiple armed men, the chance of failure seemed impossible. As reality dawns, he stands amidst his fallen comrades, horror overtaking him. "I'm going to die," he realizes, the resolve in his eyes replaced by fear. Desperation swells as the thought, "I don't want to die," echoes like a mantra. On his knees, he begs for mercy, words tumbling out, "Please spare me." Clinging to the hem of the victor's garment, he pleads for his life, dragged through the streets as his last shred of dignity slips away. In a dramatic confrontation, Roman Dmitri towers over a defeated adversary who pleads, "Please, if you let me live, I'll do anything." Desperation seeps into his voice as he offers, "I'll become a dog and serve you for the rest of my life." Roman's chilling response is laced with cruelty. "You should have said that before you bared your fangs." The crowd looks on, shocked, as Roman identifies the man as the leader of the nefarious Blood Fang, known for their ruthless manipulation and crimes against Dmitri. Roman declares with steely resolve, "I'll rip out the evil within them." In the aftermath, whispers of astonishment ripple through the crowd, echoing the sentiment, "Young master." People watch in awe as Roman stands victorious, blood painting the walls in testament to his fierce justice. This moment marks a pivotal shift in Roman's journey, reflecting his transformation into a formidable force determined to uproot corruption and assert his influence in a world fraught with danger. The path ahead is rife with challenges, but Roman's resolve burns bright and unyielding. In a dramatic turn, the council discusses Roman Dimitri's audacious actions executing a man at Lawrence Square, declaring him as Ben Miles, leader of the Blood Fang. Does that make any sense? Someone questions, incredulous at Roman's boldness. Concern arises over his unauthorized actions, suggesting punishment is necessary. It's a matter that can't be ignored. Yet, one voice challenges this notion, valuing Roman's decisive role in dealing with Blood Fang. The room fills with anticipation as they decide, summon Roman Dmitri immediately, to hear his side. Roman enters with composed confidence, flanked by the Dmitri Knights, silencing whispers of his reliance on Captain Jonathan. Striding forward, he greets Baron Lawrence Roman Dmitri. "Greetings." But the Baron's impatience cuts through formalities, forget about all that, and get to the point. Roman recounts the genesis of his actions. It all started a few days ago, describing the Blood Fang's assault on innocents and his subsequent justice exacted in the same public square. The room hangs on his every word, as Roman's bold narrative unfolds. Roman Dmitri strides confidently into Baron Lawrence's office, oblivious to the whispers of intrigue swirling around him. A curious voice wonders, why is he here, as Roman cuts through the tension with his recounting of recent events. He admits, "I couldn't leave them be, and I went to their main base and killed their leader," shocking the council gathered before him. The Baron questions his authority to execute someone in Lawrence, to which Roman calmly replies, expressing skepticism about Lawrence's willingness to handle the Blood Fang themselves. He declares, "The leader of Blood Fang isn't unknown. highlighting the incompetence that led to Roman taking matters into his own hands. Amid gasps of "Why, young master?" and expressions of disappointment, Roman maintains his composure, questioning why he's not being praised for solving a problem Lawrence ignored. With a probing question, he asks the Baron, "Did I really do something wrong?" and presses further, inquiring about the infamous Ben Miles. Roman's boldness leaves those around him contemplating the justice delivered by his fearless actions. In a bold move, Roman Dmitri ends the council's deliberation, asserting, "We will no longer discuss this case due to Lawrence's previous negligence." As he leaves, he assures his ally, "I'll reward you later on. You can leave for now." With a moment of contemplation, Baron Lawrence unexpectedly bursts into laughter, declaring, "He really got me." The Baron acknowledges Roman's courage, stating, "You need guts like those to make great accomplishments." Despite initial hesitation, he orders Flora to be brought to him. "I want to tell Flora all about it." As Roman leaves, his servants express their concern for taunting the Baron. Roman dismisses their worry, explaining Lawrence's irresponsibility. "All I did was show them that it's because of their carelessness." They realize Lawrence remains unaware of the cancelled engagement, reflecting on Roman's cunning. The sunset casts a glow over Roman's resolute face, leading his ally to ponder the complexities of the figure before him. Roman Dmitri's transformation leaves everyone in shock. "It's not the Roman Dmitri I knew," they exclaim, grappling with the drastic change they've witnessed. The once scorned moron of Dmitri has evolved into a formidable force, challenging perceptions and redefining his identity. Roman, now carrying the soul of Baek Jung, Hayek from Murim, navigates a world filled with new challenges and unfamiliar allies. His encounters reveal a strategic mind and relentless spirit, no longer bound by the weaknesses of his inherited life. With each step, Roman cements his place as a powerful figure, capable of great influence and inspiring both fear and respect. Amidst this transformation, those around him must reassess what they know about Roman Dmitri, as he forges a path of his own in an unforgiving world. In the oppressive darkness of a cold cave, the voice of the heavenly demon echoes above, addressing Junghyuk Baek. "You are the son of the heavenly demon," the voice declares, challenging him to prove his worthiness by surviving and reigning over all. The chilling indifference of his father resonates. "Even if all of my children were to die, I just need to make more. So remember, the only way you can prove yourself worthy is to reign over all." Suddenly, violence erupts as Baek is struck hard. Blood splatters and a bully sneers, "I thought you'd have something special because you were the son of the heavenly demon. But it turns out you were nothing more than an arrogant little brat." As fists continue to fly, a harsh reality is unveiled. "During my childhood, while most people are protected by their parents, Baek endures the harsh blows, his resilience a testament to the brutal life he was thrust into, one that refuses to shield him from cruelty. In a tense office, the conversation shifts to Roman Dmitri's startling changes. "Roman has changed, huh?" notes Jonathan, hinting at a transformation that surprises everyone. The Lord muses over Roman's past, recalling him as the only son who lacked impressive qualities but endured their hardships. A flashback reveals a touching moment between father and young Roman, exchanging candy as an act of love. That simple act was meant to bring happiness, to shield Roman from the pain of poverty. The Lord reflects, "I wished for Roman to be happy," regretting how his intentions may have led Roman astray. His remorse is palpable. "A part of me had already given up on Roman. Yet, hearing of Roman's triumph over Bloodfang reignites hope. He fills me with hope once again," the Lord admits, realizing that Roman's relentless spirit may guide him on a new, promising path. This revelation marks a turning point, redefining his son's place in their world. Roman Dmitri enters a room where his father, Baron Romero, waits, accompanied by another man. The atmosphere is serious as Roman's father acknowledges, "No matter what, bring me Roman." Despite past shortcomings, the Baron resolves, "I am prepared to do anything for Roman," determined to correct his failings as a father. Roman stands at the doorway, contemplating whether to reveal the truth about his recent actions. He considers that stepping back could allow him time to grow, but wonders, do I tell him the truth, or do I hide it? His internal struggle is interrupted by a chaotic flashback. Laughter, violence, and defiance. "Is that all you've got?" A bully taunts, a sharp reminder of Roman's hardened past. Blood and shouts fill the memory, underscoring the brutality he once faced. Ultimately, Roman must decide whether to step into his father's expectations or forge his own path, leaving the room charged with potential and uncertainty. In a grim cave, a young boy faces brutal violence. As fists fly, blood splatters and cries of pain ring out. A bully sneers at him being an arrogant little brat. Despite the assault, the boy endures silently, a stark reminder of his harsh reality during my childhood. While most people are protected by their parents, I was thrown away alone in a world where only the strongest reign. Emerging from this brutality, he issues a chilling message to his attackers, declaring, "The person who killed your boss's head is me." Asserting his dominance, he reveals, "I am the heavenly demon," unflinchingly confident in his power. The boy's eyes flash with an intensity that hints at untold strength and a complicated past. His journey from violence to supremacy is one of survival through sheer force of will, shaping him into a formidable presence unafraid to reveal his true nature. Amidst the bustling training grounds, a command rings out, "Everyone, halt training," as a figure of authority approaches. The trainees immediately pause, offering their respects with a chorus of, "We respectfully greet the Lord." Intrigue stirs among them at the unexpected appearance of Roman Dmitri. Why is he here, one wonders? A voice announces the upcoming events, declaring, "At this time, we will be proceeding with the swordsmanship duel with young Master Roman." The challenge catches everyone off guard, prompting whispers of disbelief. "What is this all of a sudden?" echoes one bewildered observer. As tension weaves through the crowd, skepticism lingers. "We're going to duel with that idiot," reflecting their doubt in Roman's abilities. The stage is set for a confrontation that promises to reveal more than just sword skills, challenging perceptions and testing resolve. An hour earlier, Roman Dmitri stands before his skeptical audience and admits, "Yes, it was me who defeated Blood Fang." When asked how, Roman reveals, "I've been secretly training my swordsmanship to prove he's more than the idiot of the Dmitri family." Despite his father's surprise, Roman explains he baited Blood Fang's leader, Ben Miles, using cunning tactics. Using himself as bait harnessed their retaliation against weaker nobles, which was part of his bold plan. His father's concern is palpable. "That was way too dangerous," he exclaims, fearing Roman's life was at risk had the group sought vengeance. Yet, Roman insists, the plan hinged on the idea that Blood Fang's followers wouldn't risk their lives to save their leader if they could regain their freedom. Acknowledging Roman's careful decision-making and planning, his father marvels, "Impressive is an understatement for what was accomplished." The revelation of Roman's strategic brilliance leaves a lasting impact, redefining his image from underestimated heir to formidable force. In a pivotal moment, Roman's father makes a heartfelt request, "Son, could I ask you one favor? I want to see your swordsmanship with my own eyes." The intensity of his desire to see just how much my son has changed is palpable. However, the knights hesitate, fearing the challenge. "Are there no volunteers?" he inquires, only to be met with silence. A decision is made. An expert is needed to maintain the prestige of the knights and evaluate Roman's skills. With no volunteers from the crowd, the decision falls to Chris, whose unexpected selection leaves him stunned. The vice-captain of the Dmitri Knights recalls their first meeting during a tumultuous incident at a restaurant, where his team faced off with an unruly drunk causing chaos. In a tense confrontation, Chris recognizes Roman's unexpected presence at his side, the air filled with anticipation for the upcoming duel. In the midst of chaos, a figure berates others as lowlifes, causing tension in the room. A voice desperately tries to calm the situation, saying, "Young master, why don't you calm down first?" The atmosphere is thick with resentment as another commands, "Get out of here." Amidst this turmoil, a knight warns, "If you cause any more trouble." Yet the young master defiantly challenges him. Observing the scene, the knight realizes with disdain, this guy has never trained his entire life. The frustration boils over, thinking, how pathetic. A pathetic human being, and wonders how such a person could be the son of the Lord. The tension escalates as Chris, sweating nervously, is called forth. The captain asserts, young Master Roman is an expert who faced Blood Fang all by himself, compelling Chris to step up. Though hesitant, Chris acknowledges, "I understand," readying himself for an unexpected challenge. In the midst of a tense duel, Roman Dmitri and his opponent face each other atop a grand stage. As the crowd murmurs, the duel master intervenes, requesting, "I have one request to ensure the duel's integrity." With unwavering resolve, the opponent declares, "I'll teach you a lesson with this opportunity," determined to make a point. Amidst the swirling anticipation, Roman surprises everyone with a calm demeanor, a subtle smile gracing his lips, which provokes disbelief from his adversary. "You're laughing." Both sides prepare as the duel master announces, "Get ready." The tension mounts visually, with boots tapping and determined eyes locking in focus. As time seems to stretch, the command echoes clearly begin. This dramatic moment marks the beginning of a battle not only of skill, but of Roman's redefined identity, poised to show he's more than the moron of the Dmitri family, and ready to carve a new path amidst skepticism and challenge. In a bustling courtyard, tensions rise as the duel master commands both sides, get ready. The crowd murmurs in anticipation as the duel begins. Roman Dmitri faces his opponent with a confident calmness, his eyes locked in determination. At the signal, begin, the air crackles with energy. His opponent charges forward with fierce speed, the force of his attack echoing through the arena. Onlookers gasp as one exclaims, "He's fast, Chris is really going all out." Yet, Roman remains unfazed, skillfully blocking the powerful strike with ease. Shock ripples through the crowd, he blocked it, as Chris reels in disbelief. From his defensive stance, Roman doesn't waver. Observers are astounded by his poise, whispering, "Is this just a coincidence?" as they witness the unexpected skill of the once underestimated heir. The duel marks a pivotal moment, showcasing Roman's transformation and newfound prowess. In a charged duel, the air crackles with tension as Roman Dmitri faces his opponent. Determined, his adversary seizes the moment, thinking, "I'd only be satisfied by beating this guy to a pulp." As the combat unfolds, a swift exchange of blows ensues, with Roman skillfully blocking each attack. The opponent attempts another powerful strike, but Roman evades with ease, drawing gasps from the crowd. The spectators watch in awe, disbelief painted on their faces. "Impossible," one murmurs, as they witness a side of Roman unknown until now. His calm demeanor throughout the duel leaves them questioning, is this truly the same Roman they underestimated? As the dust settles, the realization of Roman's transformation stirs a mix of admiration and surprise, setting a new tone for his journey and future challenges. In the bustling courtyard, anticipation grips the air as Roman Dmitri stands poised, ready to reveal his hidden prowess. His opponent, bewildered by Roman's unexpected agility, wonders, did he really annihilate the Blood Fang all by himself? Doubt lingered, believing his rival to be Dmitri's idiot. Determined not to lose face, the opponent steels himself, vowing, "I won't lose to him in front of this many people." But Roman, unfazed, ends the warm-up with a calm, "I think that was enough of a war, mup." Declaring his intent to go first, Roman shifts the duel's momentum. Swift and relentless, Roman's rapid movements shock everyone. What's with this guy? He's incredibly fast. His opponent is overwhelmed. Struggling to match the skillful chain attacks Roman executes effortlessly. Observers are left in awe, witnessing an impressive chain attack that defied their expectations. The duel cemented a new image of Roman, no longer underestimated but celebrated for his combat prowess. In a heated duel, tension crackles as Roman Dmitri faces his opponent with unwavering focus. His rival, struggling to maintain composure, curses inwardly, "Damn it, I'm barely holding my own just by standing and retreating." Realizing the tide is turning, panic sets in. It'll only get dangerous at this rate. He frets, desperately searching for an opening. As Roman's grip tightens on his opponent's strategy, the other man thinks, "Shit, I should take a step back first." Yet, Roman's intention is clear, his movement precise, leaving gaps for his opponent to strike. A smirk creeps across Roman's face. Did he deliberately set this trap? Did he purposely do that to lure me into attacking him? The bewildered rival wonders. With a decisive strike, his fate is sealed. "I'll lose." To Roman, he admits in a moment of clarity the inevitability of defeat looming large. Roman's assured demeanor underscores his mastery, the question hanging in the air, "Will I?" with a confidence that leaves no room for doubt. In an electrifying duel, Roman Dmitri faces Chris, whose aura crackles with intensity. As the tension mounts, Chris lunges forward, channeled by blinding energy, only to be interrupted by a frantic shout. "Chris, stop." The air splits with a thunderous crash, stunning onlookers who exclaim, "What the hell just happened?" Amid confusion, someone cries out, "Where's Roman?" Emerging from the chaos, Roman stands calm, a smirk hinting at his mastery. He deftly spins his wooden sword, encircling himself and Chris in a brilliant spiral of power. Chris, why, died, barely has time to react. His exclamation, "Oh," captures his surprise before he's flung backward. Roman's prowess leaves the crowd astounded, signaling a powerful shift in perception. The once underestimated noble now stands as a formidable force, redefining what was believed possible with his newfound strength and precision. In the midst of a hushed crowd, Roman Dmitri stands in the arena, surrounded by astonished onlookers. Faces are etched with disbelief as they witness his unexpected prowess. What the hell just happened? Someone gasps, unable to comprehend the display of skill before them. On the platform, Roman stands over his opponent, his calm demeanor a stark contrast to the chaos that preceded. With a subtle confidence, Roman surveys the scene, embodying a new strength that defies the rumors of his old self. This chapter captures the turning point in Roman's journey, illustrating his transformation from underestimated heir to a master of unprecedented capabilities. As the dust settles, the whispers of Roman's unexpected victory rip through the air, seeding a newfound respect and intrigue in the hearts of the spectators. In a bustling training hall, a heated conversation unfolds about the newly appointed Deputy Knight Commander. The whispers of his rapid rise astonish many. He's a two-star Aura Knight at that age. His ascent, achieved in only half a year, leaves onlookers in awe. The man's renowned sword skills become the topic of admiration. Amidst the chatter, one asks, "What's his name?" as intrigue swirls around the young prodigy. Nearby, a training session concludes with a muscular fighter praising his tired partner. "It seems like this is a good place to stop for today." The exhausted young man, identified as Chris, insists, "It's okay," eager to push further. Though physically spent, Chris's dedication is clear as he requests, "I'd like it if we could go at it once more." Observing Chris's potential, an older mentor reflects, "Chris, this kid. He's a genius," acknowledging the young knight's extraordinary talent. This moment hints at remarkable future achievements in the making. In a dramatic clash, Roman Dmitri stands victorious over his opponent, who is hurled through the air with a cry of shock. Onlookers react with astounded expressions, witnessing a scene that defies their previous expectations. The defeated challenger lies on the ground while Roman, with a calm and composed demeanor, holds his wooden sword confidently. Observers are left speechless, their eyes wide with disbelief, as they grapple with the realization of Roman's unexpected prowess. The once ridiculed moron of Dmitri now commands a new respect, solidifying his transformation into a formidable warrior. This moment captures the pivotal shift in Roman's journey, marking his emergence as a force to be reckoned with, leaving those around him in awe of his newfound strength and skill. In the aftermath of a heated duel, whispers of disbelief ripple through the courtyard. Knight Commander Jonathan's shock is palpable. "What in the world just happened?" he exclaims. His surprise deepens as someone recalls, "Didn't you say that Deputy Knight Commander Chris was your most talented two-star Aura Knight?" The crowd is stunned by Roman Dimitri's prowess, with one observer marveling at his genius at sword skills. The scene shifts to Roman, who muses on the battle. Despite his opponent's initial aggression, Roman's focus and precision left the crowd in awe. Within himself, however, Roman reflects, "For their standards, he's a pretty skilled warrior. However, for my standards, the worst." His internal voice criticizes, knowing the grunts in the Order of Demons should be stronger than what he faced. As he walks away, an ethereal vision of Chris persists in his mind. "Although I was surprised at the end, something about that." Roman ponders, his journey of mastery far from complete. In a stunned courtyard, laughter erupts as Roman Dimitri's incredible sword skills leave everyone astonished. "This is interesting," someone exclaims, capturing the amazement in the crowd. Roman's father beams with pride, declaring, "For my eldest son to be a genius at sword skills." The commander acknowledges he hadn't recognized Roman's potential, admitting, "It seems that I wasn't able to recognize the true potential in front of me." His father calls Roman over, expressing, "I've never been happier than I am today," and vowing to reward his accomplishments. Roman, however, doesn't ask to forego his enlistment. Instead, he requests, "Give me the right to select my own men for myself." His father, momentarily taken aback, assures him, "I'll give you the right to take care of things yourself." Roman's quiet smile signifies his growing autonomy as he prepares to forge his own path. This pivotal moment marks Roman's ascent as a respected leader, challenging past perceptions and embracing newfound independence. In the aftermath of a heated duel, Roman Dmitri stands victorious, capturing everyone's attention. His father, witnessing Roman's unparalleled skills, asks him for one last favor, promising, "I have no reason to deny your request." Roman's reputation as the moron of Dmitri is dramatically overturned. The buzz around the duel grows, leading to a shocking announcement. Chris, the skilled fighter, is tasked to teach Aura to Roman. A voice protests, "Sir, no, master. Don't you think this is too much?" revealing skepticism about the decision. Yet Chris reflects on his encounter with Roman, admitting he even used Aura against him, but still lost. The Lord approaches Chris with an enticing offer, promising to share secrets of becoming a three-star Star Aura Knight if Chris mentors Roman. Are you serious? Chris exclaims, eyes wide with disbelief. The opportunity is too tempting to refuse, setting the stage for Roman's further growth and the unfolding of new alliances. Roman Dmitri, having stunned the castle with his prowess, finds himself awash with curious glances. A bystander remarks on how he defeated the deputy knight commander, Chris, exclaiming, a 2-star aura. Curious about these abilities, Roman inquires, Hans, do you happen to know what aura is? Hans admits ignorance, prompting Roman's own reflections on the concept of mana. The power Chris showcased was an eruption of energy, stirring Roman's thoughts on its inefficiency. Contemplating the distinct uses of energy here compared to Murim, he muses, I just can't understand why they're using energy like this. Realizing there's a gap in understanding, Roman concludes, the people here will need to learn more about the powers they use. Determined, he resolves, I guess I'll take a look for myself during training tomorrow. As Roman prepares to dive deeper into the mysteries of this new world, he stands on the brink of unraveling the potential of his formidable abilities. In a sunlit garden, two characters stand face to face, the tension palpable between them. One has a bandaged face, looking wary. The other stares back with a serious expression. As emotions rise, the bandaged one tries to defuse the situation, exclaiming, let's calm down before explaining they will start training. He introduces the concept of aura, a crucial aspect of mana usage for knights. While magicians store mana in objects, knights store it throughout their bodies, allowing a burst of power when needed. The teachings of Emperor Alexandro are highlighted as foundational, emphasizing the use of the body as a vessel for mana and demonstrating the physical empowerment it grants. The bandaged one explains that by focusing and erupting this stored mana, knights can experience significant power increases. However, he notes casually that knowing the history of mana isn't essential for their training. In a serene garden, two characters discuss the rarity of mana usage, with only a select few mastering it. The ability to sense mana is a baseline requirement for becoming an aura knight, and one character reminisces about taking half a year to achieve this skill. Despite the time it often takes others, talent plays a crucial role in sensing mana. Roman Dmitri, standing with quiet pride, is aware of the challenges ahead. He's warned that talent and sensing mana are vastly different experiences, and that reality might not meet his expectations. The training premise feels flawed to him, as he already knows how to sense mana, a skill taught by the heavenly demon magician, albeit with limitations. Realizing that relying only on what he knows could lead to degradation, Roman acknowledges the need to understand the reasoning behind practices before proceeding. As they begin the training, emphasis is placed on breathing rhythm and concentration, which are crucial in manifesting aura. Achieving this signifies becoming a star aura knight. In a sunlit garden, the characters discuss the art of aura utilization, emphasizing its potential to enhance both blades and bodies for a short burst of power. As one demonstrates this potent skill, the other exclaims in disbelief, Tai, there's no way. He's manifesting aura. Thoughts drift to comparisons with Kai from Murim, a practice that efficiently purges waste from the body to store energy. However, in their world, mana is abundant and easily dissipates, which complicates matters. This mana doesn't require stringent restrictions, unlike the barren yet strong Kai of Murim. Roman Dmitri reflects that while the methods to use aura resemble the martial arts of Murim, erupting mana makes the process inefficient. It's a bothersome task needing constant refinement. Despite the inefficiencies, being able to distinguish between the two worlds' approaches provides a greater understanding and a path towards harnessing true strength. In a tension-filled garden, awe strikes as one character exhibits an incredible skill. I won't be able to manifest aura even with thousands of years of training, he marvels at the demonstration. Confusion follows. Was that aura just now? Only to be met with, you should be able to tell by yourself. Frustration boils over. Tell me the truth, one demands, grappling with disbelief at the apparent deception in skill. The mystery deepens as accusations fly. Why hadn't this power been revealed before? If you had this power 2 years ago, why did you? Laughter, from the other, adds to the confusion. Are you laughing at my efforts? He questions, only to be told, let me ask you. The query strikes at the heart of the issue. Have you ever questioned the training methods that you were using? Reflections unfurl, pondering outdated beliefs. It's common for people to take things for granted, he muses, challenging long-held assumptions. Flashbacks of training hint at systemic flaws. Was it because they didn't know about them, or raising questions about the path to mastery. In a poignant exchange, one character questions if their strong faith in Captain Jonathan led them astray, acknowledging, "It's easier to teach it that way." They discuss how sticking to traditional teachings, if they only teach you what they had learned personally, can prevent criticism but may hinder growth. Emphasizing that there is nothing such as a perfect answer in the world, they urge challenging established methods created by past individuals burdened by their own concerns. The conversation shifts to how following others' scripts without question breeds pain when encountering failures. Faced with problems and issues, one realizes change is essential. Reflecting on personal growth, they note, "Just like how I dismissed my father's teachings to create my own path." Deciding to finish training here, the bandaged character is urged, "Please tell me, what should I do from here on?" Suddenly, the scene shifts to a bloody confrontation where one, bleeding, admits defeat. "No, I admit my loss." The blood demon sect vows to follow the heavenly demon sect. The visceral moment highlights the stakes and consequences of their path, blending reflection with the harsh reality of their world. In a moment of humility, a character expresses awe at another's strength, exclaiming, "What am I supposed to do in order to be as strong as you?" He decides to dedicate himself to that powerful individual, believing it would benefit them both if he grows stronger. In a surge of determination, he cries out, "So, tell me, what should I do from here on out?" Observers perceive this as a significant moment. One notes, he throws away his pride. Another character finds the situation interesting, reflecting intrigue in witnessing such earnestness. The scene conveys a strong desire for growth and guidance, underscoring themes of humility and dedication in the quest for power and self-improvement. In a charged atmosphere, the blood demon is revealed as a formidable figure from the past who once led the blood demon sect. His inevitable battle with Pyo Jung Hyuk ends in a harsh defeat, marking him as a loser. Meanwhile, admiration stirs for a kid whose power is similar to the blood demon, noted with profound interest. A desire for strength pushes one character to seek guidance, exclaiming, "What do you want me to do?" However, he's advised against blindly following others and is told, "Follow me and learn from what I do." He is challenged to find his own path and encouraged to observe, as the speaker says, "Observe how I get stronger as I deal with the process, and take a closer look at how differently I defeat my enemies." With a war looming in 6 months, this period is a crucial time to learn from real battles. The offer to follow closely, adapt, and understand unfolds as a new journey begins. In a dim room, a young boy reflects on his training halfway through the year. He's spurred on with the encouragement, "You just train until you can sense mana." Meanwhile, Chris is praised as a genius, having become a 2-star Aura Knight in just 3 years. However, he is critiqued for not questioning the methods he follows, which invites scorn. "I'm laughing at you because of that." With a determined face, he vows, "I will." Chris surprises everyone by deciding, "I will follow the young master to the battlefield." When questioned, he simply states, "I want to get stronger." His resolve is acknowledged, "You're already the pride of Dmitri." In a haunting flashback, brutality is revealed with chilling words, "That little boy. How did someone like you end up defeated?" Amidst bloodshed, Chris says, "Thanks to you, I'm sure of one thing." In the present, his dedication prompts a profound realization. Following Roman Dmitri signifies there's more to him than meets the eye. His commitment highlights a shift in perception, sparking a new journey towards strength and understanding. In a dim room, a young apprentice receives a task from his master. "If you want to survive on the battlefield, you'll need a secret weapon that you can call your own." He eagerly agrees, "Yes, master." Elsewhere, rumors spread in a busy town that Roman Dmitri has dealt with the Blood Fang, leaving townsfolk skeptical yet intrigued. One man, remembering Roman's feat, finds himself doubting that Roman would help someone like him. Despite his doubts, he admits, he really did take care of the usury issue. As he hurries through the bustling streets, Kevin overhears a reminder to complete evening deliveries. He reflects on his desire to protect those important to me, admiring Roman's strength. Yet, he wonders how to achieve such power himself. Walking home, his thoughts turn to Roman's teachings. Suddenly, his name is called with urgency, "Kevin." Startled, he spins around, eyes widening in surprise at an unexpected sight. In the bustling town square, the young master is met with surprise. "It's been a while," he says, greeted by a man's astonishment. "WH. Why are you here?" Gratefulness swells as the man exclaims, "Thank you, young master, for saving his family from ruin. I don't know how to express my gratitude, the man continues, showing the depth of his appreciation. A proposal is offered by the young master. If you listen to my offer and agree, you won't have to worry. Live for me, the master says, promising a life never to regret in return for loyalty. Overwhelmed, the man pledges his life, shouting, I pledge my life to you, young master. He adds, my life is in your hands. The young master observes, this kid reminds me of the crazed stallion, a warrior who would face any enemy on a single command. With a contemplative nod, he thinks of Chris, likening him to a remarkable figure, and muses, this will be worth my time. In a decisive moment, a character declares with confidence, all right, from this point onwards, you are mine, signifying a new beginning and claiming authority over the future. In the shadow of a grand estate, Kevin is entrusted with a new duty. Be sure to help him get used to living here, an elder instructs. Inside, Kevin is assured, I'll be sure to show you later, so take care, expressing gratitude, yes, young master, thank you for everything. The young master departs to his library, announcing, if you need me, come find me there. Amidst the shelves, he ponders the path of an aura knight. In order to become an aura knight, you must first manifest aura, he reads, considering the journey to becoming a 1-star aura knight. The ranks are emphasized. The ability to cut steel with aura defines rank, and you receive special treatment throughout the kingdom. Within the Salamander continent, 6-star knights exist, but tales of the elusive 7-star are scarce. Only a few have reached such heights, their prowess legendary, with flaming blades impacting beyond imagination. The mystery of the 12 blades of the continent lingers, whispered among those who speak of this continent's transcendent forces. The young master delves deeper, driven by the allure of these uncharted powers. In a scholarly setting, the young master muses on the power of magicians, particularly those who achieve the 7-circle rank, earning the title of Archmage. He reflects on their immense destructive capacity, noting, a single spell can level the earth and cloud the skies, surpassing even 6-star aura knights when in numbers. With a contemplative air, he acknowledges magic, abilities that don't exist within Murim, pondering the potential dangers they pose. Despite the uncertainty of facing such beings, he resolves to prepare himself. I won't know when I'll be facing these beings. An air of anticipation surrounds him as he decides to get ready for any challenges ahead. Now then, why don't we start getting ready? He suggests with determination. Transitioning to a rustic scene, the master stands outside an old baron's workshop. This is it, he declares, envisioning it as the perfect place for secluded training. He emphasizes, I won't be needing food or anything at all, instructing that no one should be allowed to enter during his rigorous preparation. In the confines of a secluded space, a young master instructs his people, be aware. Unless my people are under grave danger, do not allow anyone to approach me. Entrusting his command, the master receives confirmation, yes, young master. Alone, he finds himself amidst a pile of straw, noting its peculiar placement. It actually makes the flow of mana feel exotic. Settling into meditation, he reflects on his journey. I need to start at the first step. As he meditates, a surge of fire-like energy envelops him, pushing his limits. I need to gather all the impurities within my body. The pain is intense, blood trickling from his face as he contends with an impurity-filled body. Despite the struggle, he remains resolute. I'll need the power to be able to protect them. The journey to regain his original strength is imperative. As he advances to the stage of Hyun, Wan, he acknowledges it is just the beginning. This dedicated path illuminates a relentless pursuit of power and protection. A week has passed, and Viscount Lampens and his daughter, Flora, arrive at a grand estate. They are asked to wait, promised tea and snacks. As they wait, Lampens remarks on their unplanned visit, noting, they clearly don't want us here, yet decides they must wait patiently. Sitting with his daughter, Lampens acknowledges their mistake and urges Flora to prepare to apologize. Flora reluctantly agrees, understanding the weight of her father's words. Tension escalates when Lampens accuses Flora of sabotaging her engagement, despite her desire to follow his wishes. Doubling down, he stresses the implications for their territory. Do you understand what that means? The only thing left for them to do is to prepare for war. Flora defends their family, insisting the Lampenses are not weak, but Lampens seems unconvinced, expressing frustration at defending against Barco's aggression. The stakes are high, with family honor and strength on the line. The Barco family's unchecked borrowing signifies a conflict beyond two families. He warns that those in power wish to see our family fall, and will go to great lengths for it. Even Flora, known as the Flower of Lawrence, is affected by this turmoil. Reflecting on their dire situation, she resolves, there won't be anything left if I continue to be fixated on the pride of being the Flower of Lawrence. Meanwhile, others fret about the Viscount and Flora's prolonged wait and worry about their master's persistent seclusion. The tension rises as a guard hesitantly seeks out the young master, calling out in disbelief, "Young master." In an elegantly sunlit room, Flora awaits silently by her father, Viscount Lampens. Determined, he muses, I was already determined to do this. Blaming Flora for the trouble they've encountered. His resolve is clear. In order for Lawrence to survive, I need to make sure this marriage happens. Despite the necessity, he clenches his fists in frustration, muttering, this isn't right. Flora, noticing his turmoil, asks softly, if, father? Viscount Lampens stands with resolve and declares, I'll go and find Baron Dimitri myself. Meanwhile, Baron Dimitri works intently, unaware of the mounting frustration outside. Suddenly, the door shakes with a thunderous bang as Lampens bursts in, demanding, what are you doing, letting your guests wait for this long? The tension in the room is palpable, the air charged with urgency and unresolved tensions. In a heated confrontation, Viscount Lampens erupts with frustration, exclaiming, if you were that dissatisfied with us, you could have just told us to go back. The atmosphere thickens as he's questioned about making an appointment to meet with the Baron, highlighting their unexpected visit. Despite understanding the inconvenience, Lampens insists they had to come without notice due to unresponsiveness from the Dimitri family. The conversation turns tense as Dimitri's representative challenges their anger, asking, are you just here to share that you are angry because you had to wait for half a day? A flashback reveals Roman's intent to break off the arranged marriage, leaving Lampens reflective yet constrained in questioning Roman's choices. The Lampenses felt they were victims of an unwanted arrangement, and the marriage was primarily desired by Flora's family. Yet, their grievances seem overshadowed with the Dimitri's position firm. The exchange underscores the deep-seated discord between the families, rooted in unmet expectations and stark realizations. In an elegantly appointed room, Viscount Lampens stands alongside his daughter, Flora, as he makes clear the severity of their situation, referring to the impending marriage. He states boldly, isn't us, but in fact you, the Lawrence family, signaling the responsibility they bear in the partnership. As Flora grapples with the weight of his words, she questions, am I wrong? Showing her vulnerability and uncertainty in the face of familial pressures. A glimpse into Flora's past reveals her younger self recalling her time at the academy. Her innocent expression speaks of simpler days, underscoring the drastic changes in her current circumstances. This sequence illustrates Flora's internal conflict and the familial expectations that have led to this pivotal moment. In a prestigious academy where royal children forge bonds, sits a small boy named Joel from a family whose status is questioned. While others believed themselves treasures of the world, Joel was an exception, often left feeling insignificant. One fateful day, Joel made a minor mistake. Unlike others, he faced severe repercussions. A punishment committee was convened. As he stood before stern teachers, a man resembling his father pleaded for his forgiveness, promising to guide him better. Observing from a distance, a girl thought, that's so sad. Reflecting now, she finds the memory amusing, as though sympathy felt misplaced. Meanwhile, a stern figure questions her compassion, asking, who's being sympathetic to who? It leaves her speechless, realizing the complexity of empathy within her world. In a world where the weak must bow to the strong, Viscount Lampens and Flora stand with regret, realizing a mistake made in pride. Flora bows her head, apologizing to Baron Dimitri, acknowledging her ignorance. Just then, the arrival of young Master Roman is announced, a presence that commands respect. Viscount Lampens is struck by the truth, yet it's too late to change the circumstances. With an imposing entrance, Roman Dimitri captures the room's attention with his dignified aura. Meeting in the grand room, Roman addresses his father, expressing his return from training. They barely begin to speak when the purpose of the visit is revealed, the arranged marriage issue, sparked by Roman's decision. Tensions simmer as the family navigates the mistake that has brought them here, casting shadows on their future paths. In a moment of decision, the head of the family supports his son's choices, saying, I'll follow your decision, as the head of Dimitri and as your father. Roman acknowledges the consequences of their union, recognizing the threat from the Barco family and suggesting that Dimitri's influence could ensure their survival. Despite the initial intentions, doubts arise. However, on the day when I first met her, he recalls, revealing how Flora's thoughts on the marriage altered perceptions. Rumors and judgments about the fool of Dmitri affected her conclusions, highlighting misunderstandings. Roman reflects, I want no changes to occur, signifying his wish to break the marriage. His resolve is clear, leaving no room for reconsideration, as he firmly asserts the need to end the arrangement. In a tense standoff, Roman declares, I want no changes to occur, and demands the marriage be broken off. As the finality of its over sinks in, Viscount Lampens realizes the arranged marriage was their last hope. Their burdens grow heavier, knowing no family would align with them now. Fear grips him as he imagines Dmitri and Barco collaborating, a situation they could never withstand. Viscount Lampens admits, what has happened now was strictly caused by Lawrence's, and proposes compensatory actions, but the Dmitri representative declines any need for payment, valuing future relations more. As an apology, an announcement will be made claiming the breakup was for personal reasons, preventing any alliance with Barco. Gratitude fills the room, wrapping up a chapter of complex family dynamics. As Viscount Lampens enters a grand room, tension fills the air. Inside, Roman Dmitri and another man stand, embodying quiet authority. The Viscount reflects on past misjudgments, thinking, if I was aware of your true worth. The realization hits him hard. I, too, have made a huge mistake, he confesses, enveloped in regret. The heavy door closes behind him, leaving a final note of tension. Inside, Roman faces his father, who queries with concern, a son. Yes, Roman responds, his presence commanding attention. His father puzzles over the recent changes, asking, what has happened to you over the past week? Roman's contemplative silence implies much more lies beneath the surface. For a week, Roman Dmitri isolated himself in a shed to undergo rigorous training. He aimed to remove impurities from his body using techniques from the human stage, a preparation stage for becoming a heavenly demon magician. The process was grueling, with Roman engulfed in flames of transformative energy. Preparing even the foundation of the body had a significant effect, reshaping his physical form dramatically. Reflecting on his transformation, Roman notes, the changes in my physical appearance is proof that I've become a completely different person than before. Meanwhile, his father, Romero, confesses disbelief at Roman's newfound mana circulation, something rare and powerful. This phenomenon allows Roman to move beyond normal human capabilities, impressing everyone as he undertakes the seemingly impossible task of defeating Blood Fang. Despite his son's growth, Romero reassures him, be aware of this, my son. I will be sure to lend you a hand whenever you need it. He reminds Roman to never forget his roots with the words, and I, Romero Dmitri, your father, reinforcing their bond amidst this newfound power. In a moment of reflection, a father vows to always support you from behind, reassuring his son with unwavering loyalty. Meanwhile, a bandaged figure trains intensely, haunted by murmurs of foolish kid echoing in his mind. In the dim light, a father's genuine intentions stand out, not cold or ruthless, a rare trait of support without ulterior motives. Recognizing this, the son softly smiles, thank you, father, it's not bad. As he steps through grand hallways, a blonde woman approaches with an apology, I'm really sorry. Her regret spans beyond judgment to broader family issues, though he assures her, there's no need to apologize. Although bound by an earlier unspoken promise, he reveals, I had no intentions to continue with this marriage anyways. Facing her confusion, he explains that despite the arranged union they didn't agree upon, he sought to break it while he still had the chance, valuing honesty over compliance. In a noble palace, a character reveals a special reason for ending an engagement, hinting at a past event during a royal gathering. Rumors once speculated about being engaged to a Dmitri, worsening over time. The whisper of scandal emerges. Roman Dmitri, you enjoy drugs, a rumor poised to tarnish reputations. These drugs are said to eat away at one's sanity, an assertion that grips those involved. While the accused acknowledges these rumors as false, the impact lingers. He admits at the time, I couldn't ignore them, but reassures there's no need to worry further. Elsewhere, under a moonlit sky, the scene shifts to introspection in a dimly lit room. Reflecting on the accused drug use, a character asserts, I couldn't sense drugs circulating within this body, confident that training has purged any contamination. Seeking clarity, he calls for an attendant, continuing to unravel the layers of intrigue surrounding his reputation and the implications of his past. In a moment of shock, a character denies any involvement with drugs, exclaiming, "What?" with disbelief. He explains his reflection on past life choices, emphasizing he wants to view them from an outside perspective. Despite never witnessing drug use, there were times when I thought your actions were a bit odd. He recalls a month ago when odd behavior followed a social party, suggesting something happened then. The affected character had returned in an odd state and seemed to lose his vitality, isolating himself and consuming excessive alcohol. This led others to suspect drug use during that event. Yet, upon reflection, he considers it far-fetched. Attention shifts to the host of the party, Anthony Barco, the eldest son of Barco. The connection between Roman, who attended the Barco-hosted party, and his arranged marriage to Lawrence fuels suspicions. The party seems pivotal, as post-event, Roman's mental state underwent drastic changes. In the dim light, a man reflects on troubling aspects of Roman's death, pondering over the will Roman left behind. It speaks of fear concerning his younger siblings, hinting he might have been scared of something greater. However, Roman was engaged to Flora, a union that posed strategic advantages, suggesting other motives for despair. The reasoning that Roman ended his life out of fear of war seems incongruous. Something doesn't add up, he realizes. He questions Hans, who confirms no recent closeness with Anthony Barco, yet mentions Roman seemed uneasy around him, especially as marriage discussions with the Lawrence family began. The arranged marriage between Dimitri and Lawrence was a significant hurdle for Barco, who wanted Landrence's territory. Thus, they might have interfered to stop the wedding, doing something sinister to Roman. An invitation from the Barco family arrives, raising suspicions about their intentions amid these revelations. In a tense exchange, Roman Dimitri receives an unexpected invitation from the Barco family. He muses, "The Barcos sent me an invitation." Seeing through their intentions as either brazen or underestimating him, whichever it is. The invitation piques his curiosity, yet leaves him cautious. "It's bothering me," he admits. Determined to face them, Roman learns the party is in exactly 2 weeks from today. With resolve, he commands, "Tell the Barcos, I'll be attending the party." His decision marks the start of a daring confrontation with his rivals. Elsewhere, outside a grand estate, guests are warned, "Don't be too surprised by how different the young master seems." The air is thick with anticipation as visitors prepare to meet Roman. The upcoming gathering promises to unveil alliances and rivalries in a gripping tale of power plays and suspicion. In a sunlit courtyard, Kevin is taken aback by the changed atmosphere around the young master, exclaiming, "Why, young master?" The master inquires how Kevin has been lately, noting that everything feels different. Grateful for the help he's received, Kevin hesitates, unsure of his role in his master's plans. Kevin wonders, "Is there anything I can really do?" Feeling ordinary and uncertain. The master assures him, "I intend to use you as my sword." Shocking Kevin. However, the master clarifies that the path forward is Kevin's choice, offering him 3 options. He can choose to give up the sword entirely, following Hans's teachings for a different role. Alternatively, Kevin may choose to become the master's sword, protecting him closely. Each path represents a unique future, with Kevin poised at a pivotal decision. In a sunlit courtyard, Kevin admits, "I've never touched a sword before in my life." The young master offers him 3 daunting choices. Endure excruciating pain through a method known as limb crushing. Or take this sword and cut off your hand. The chilling options test Kevin's resolve to prove his worth. The master explains that enduring self-inflicted pain can accelerate one's strength beyond others. Recalling the mad demon, once a stray and now one of the 4 heavenly kings, he challenges Kevin, "Now, what about you?" The decision looms large, and whatever Kevin chooses, the master assures him, "I'll be sure to get my worth out of you." The scene encapsulates a critical moment of choice, defining Kevin's path towards proving his potential. In the shadow of a grand decision, Kevin stands before a sword, pondering his future. Memories flood back. A fragile home near the Dimitri castle, where survival was a daily battle. Despite his efforts, life remained unchanged, with the weak often exploited by the strong. The fire of determination is kindled by witnessing that overwhelming strength, a power he longs to attain. Holding the sword, he hesitates to cut off my hand. I don't understand what that would do for me. Yet, the ambition to escape a life where everything is taken drives him forward. Resolute, Kevin decides, "I'll do it," ready to endure pain for strength and freedom. His choice marks the beginning of a grueling journey, embracing challenge for the promise of power. In a moment of sheer determination, a character wields a blade, the room echoing with his cries of agony as he faces the perilous decision to test his resolve. His face contorted with effort, he channels strength through the pain, a testament to his fiery will. Elsewhere, a figure observes with keen eyes, expressing mild frustration under his breath, seriously, as the intensity of the situation unfolds. In the tranquil corridors, the sound of footsteps signifies a decision to train under the young master, whose reputation spreads among the ranks. Vice Captain Chris learns that the young master is in a private meeting with Kevin, leaving him curious and somewhat uneasy. His thoughts are interrupted by the discovery of blood on a nearby blade, leading to a shocked inquiry, who is that? The scene juxtaposes inner strength with the external pressures of rigorous training and evolving dynamics. In a dramatic moment, a character grips a blade, gritting his teeth in anguish as he tries to summon the courage to make a grave sacrifice. Under an intense gaze, he looks up, realizing the need to act. A figure stands calmly before him, observing without a word but emanating a commanding presence. Night falls as a door suddenly bursts open with urgency. "Wait, young master." Someone calls out, worried. As he enters, the sight of Kevin stuns him. "There's blood everywhere. When did you get hurt?" An onlooker exclaims with shock at the stained blade. "Don't worry, it's not my blood," smirks the master, revealing his cleverness. He confesses, "I put him in an illusion, halting Kevin before severe harm could occur." The tactic, known as the charm of the illusion demon, showcased his cunning methods and prevented tragedy by manipulating perception. Thus, the scene captures a turning point, blending tension, strategy, and the thin line between illusion and reality, leaving lingering questions and awe. In the aftermath of using the charm of the illusion demon, a voice reveals, Kevin swung down on his wrist before he fell into the illusion, highlighting the close call with a chilling misjudgment. Reflecting on the spell's power, it muses, if the spell was even a little bit weaker, he couldn't even cut off his entire hand, underscoring the fine line between failure and control. With 2 weeks until the party and 6 months until war, the urgency of preparation looms. Amidst these pressures, a cunning figure smirks, with a statement that hints at untapped potential and pending responsibilities. There's much to teach. The anticipation builds as plans unfold, emphasizing, "I'll be getting busy soon," suggesting a whirlwind of both challenges and revelations yet to come. In a grand hallway, the young master reveals a secret technique to his student, warning, "The mana enhancement technique that I'm about to teach you is very dangerous." Known as the soul spirit god technique, this ancient method was once cherished by the mad demon. It is perilous, consuming the user's spirit while granting immense strength under excruciating pain. The student learns, even when all the user's limbs are cut off, they must never lose their spirit. The master emphasizes the technique's harshness. Pain will increase daily as the method grows stronger. Despite its brutality, it promises rapid mastery for those lacking basic mana skills, becoming a powerful guardian for everything around them. Grateful yet bewildered by his master's faith, the student tearfully questions, "Young master, why do you trust me?" Amidst danger and uncertainty, a bond forged on trust and potential is solidified. In a quiet moment of reflection, a character confesses, "I swore that I would offer you my life, but I haven't shown you anything." Doubt surfaces as he admits, "I might run away after learning this technique," and earnestly questions, "I would like to know why you trust me so much." The calm response, "Just because," leaves him pondering the simplicity of trust. Determined yet thoughtful, the mentor instructs, "We will start training tomorrow. Go get some rest for today." Inwardly, he stresses that unconditional trust can only be obtained once you believe in that person. Memories of betrayal linger as the scene darkens, highlighting its danger. To betray the heavenly demon. Amid the looming shadows, preparations begin for the next chapter within a grand fortress. Training intensifies, emphasizing that the basics are the answer to every action and urging dedication. Do not lose focus. Thus unfolds a tale of trust, reflection, and readiness for the trials ahead. In a bustling courtyard, a character exclaims, "Yes," looking perplexed and frustrated about being ignored by the young master, who seems focused on teaching another. "He's treating me like I don't exist," he laments, contemplating whether he should just beg him to take me back. Despite his determination to wait a little longer, the following days drag on. Exasperated, he finally decides to confront the young master. "Screw this," he mutters, as he approaches with renewed resolve. He reveals, "It's been over 2 weeks since I decided to follow you," feeling left out while the master dedicates time to another student. Apologizing for any previous misunderstanding, he pleads to be taught, assuring, I'm confident I can learn anything you teach me. The master replies, just learn while observing me, emphasizing that everyone has their own way of learning, and indirect yet thoughtful guidance. In the tranquil courtyard, a mentor reflects on the unique challenges of teaching Kevin, noting, since Kevin knows nothing, I need to guide him from the beginning to the end. Observing a more experienced disciple, he comments, but you're different, cautioning against a stubborn quest for results over understanding. A surprise suggestion follows, how about it? Have a spar with Kevin. A duel that promises growth. Assurances come swiftly. Kevin is basically my copy, highlighting the strategic advantage of mentoring. The spar also serves as a test. If the disciple's beliefs persist post-duel, personal training will commence. Doubt shadows the disciple's thoughts, me, sparring with a knight, yet determination blooms, I understand. Let's do it 7. Confidence rises, I will show you right here, that I'm not just some pushover. The scene sets the stage for a clash not just of swords, but of spirits and convictions. In the courtyard, tension builds as the master suggests a spar between a student and a Tus. Our knight, despite the student's disadvantage, what would you lose from defeat? Nothing, the master challenges. He emphasizes the importance of growth, urging the student to confront those like Blood Fang, who had previously oppressed him. With determination, the student declares, I will give it a shot. Meanwhile, the knight, annoyed at facing a novice, wonders why the student seems so confident. Roman's belief in the student's potential fuels the knight's frustration. Get ready. The spar begins with intense focus. And despite skepticism, the student, after just a week of training, approaches the match with enthusiasm. The knight is incredulous at the prospect of losing to someone so inexperienced. A furious clash ensues, with wooden swords striking forcefully. The student's resilience surprises everyone, showcasing potential beyond expectations. In the intense sparring match, Kevin charges with fierce determination, his wooden sword slicing through the air. His opponent, a skilled knight, appears caught off guard by Kevin's unexpected vigor, making it difficult for him to maintain composure. The courtyard around them buzzes with surprise, sensing the depth of potential within the novice. In a tense courtyard, the command echoes, get ready. The air is electric as Chris faces his opponent, eyes filled with resolve. A voice warns the novice to guard your front with your sword, anticipating Chris's surprise attack. The duel begins with intensity. Chris lunges forward with a fierce strike, his movements fluid and determined. The novice, startled, takes a hit but quickly recovers, advised to take one step to the side. Gathering his courage, he murmurs, "Oh, one step," and shifts his stance. With a calculated counter, he aims for Chris's chest as Chris tries to kick him. Despite the tension, Chris's experience prevails as the novice narrowly avoids defeat, spinning to regain balance. Amidst the clash, the determination to improve resonates, embodying the spirit of the fight until I surpass you. With adrenaline pumping, the duel promises growth and learning, marking a pivotal moment in their journey. Kevin lies flat on his back, gasping, Q-hook. Rallying himself, he hears the encouraging voice, "Get up, Kevin." His vision blurs, but the familiar voice spurs him on, "Young master." He recognizes with shock. Through the invisible link of sound domination, the young master instructs Kevin, guiding his movements directly with mana. Kevin, amazed, thinks, even things like this are possible with mana. The voice commands, "Throw yourself to the right," prompting Kevin's swift reaction. Gaining momentum, he charges at his opponent, eyes locked. The strategy is clear. Turn around and aim for his left chest. Kevin lunges, releasing a forceful strike with determination. Though he misses the mark, falling with a cry, "Shut!" He was definitely open. He learns that his swing lacked speed. The duel continues, a testament to his growth and perseverance. In a fierce training session, Kevin hears the command, "Block above you," as he maneuvers against his opponent. With agility, his adversary strikes fiercely, prompting another instruction, "Escape to your right." Despite efforts, Kevin is knocked to the ground, gasping, "Cute," as he tries to recover. His persistence impresses his opponent, who silently admits, "This kid. He's holding on better than I expected." Observers recognize Kevin's struggle. He's no match for him at all, one notes, while another points out his body's lagging response to commands. Amusement tinges the air, as the struggle becomes kind of amusing, with the acknowledgement that young Master Roman is omnipotent. Kevin, feeling as though he moves like a puppet under Roman's guidance, realizes the challenge is not in his strategy, but in his physical limitations. He's moving exactly as young Master Roman said. The intense duel highlights Roman's influence and Kevin's determination amid adversity. In a gripping duel, Kevin is pushed to his limits, just toying with the knight, Chris, as he maneuvers with agility. The command to change forward to counter attack echoes in his mind, driving him forward. Despite the knight's skill, Kevin lands a fierce punch, causing surprise and determination to flare on both sides. Chris struggles to understand how Kevin anticipates his every move, questioning if it's merely a coincidence. In awe, Chris acknowledges, can't hold a candle to the young master's true skills, his respect for Roman's training deepening. He vows to serve Roman, believing, I must blindly follow his words. Kevin's resilience shines as he declares my willpower, raising his wooden sword with renewed energy. Despite the bloodied scene, he defiantly warns his opponent, be prepared for one of your body parts to become deformed, refusing to back down. The intense spar showcases unwavering will and the transformative impact of Roman's teachings. In a fierce standoff, Kevin is determined. Let's do this until the end, as Chris scoffs, you insignificant. The tension escalates as Chris challenges, if that's really your intent, promising, I'll give you what you want. Kevin stands resolute as Chris predicts, when you look at your deformed arm, you'll regret this moment. Ignoring the taunt, Kevin steps forward confidently. With a powerful swing, he charges, attack with all my might. Their wooden swords clash intensely as both give everything they've got, testing their resolve in an ultimate showdown. In the midst of an intense duel, Kevin surprises everyone by stepping forward with determination, catching his opponent off guard. The command comes swiftly, turn around and change, driving Kevin into motion. With a fierce shout, he charges his opponent, his movements filled with energy. Confident in his skill, his adversary taunts, you think I'd get hit by that kind of large and slow attack? Yet Kevin, with newfound grit, retaliates unexpectedly, heading for an opening. Both engage in a heated exchange, weapons clashing violently. As the duel rages on, a collective gasp echoes when Kevin manages to launch a daring counterattack, causing his opponent to emit a pained HUP. Each strike carries more intensity, pushing them to their limits. The instructors look on, assessing their courage and strength. Kevin draws a deep, determined breath, ready to persist, even as his body strains from the effort. The clash of wooden swords resounds, illustrating the raw intensity of their confrontation, each determined to prove their mettle. In a fierce clash, Kevin delivers a powerful strike, sending his opponent flying back with a shout of impact. The duel concludes with Kevin victorious, yet unexpectedly lying flat, trying to catch his breath. Observers note how Kevin cleverly anticipated his foe's second attack, showcasing growth beyond expectation. His opponent, left on the ground, yields, you win, while acknowledging Kevin's tenacity. As the victor walks away, a promise echoes, I will personally teach you from tomorrow onwards. Holding Kevin, his mentor offers, it's your choice to continue this rigorous path. In solitude, Kevin questions his motives. Why did I decide to fight? Reflecting on the meaningless nature of victory in a fight I had nothing to gain from winning, he confronts the hollow triumph. Yet, memories of a critical maneuver remind him of a past spar with Roman. He recalls the lesson learned. If he hadn't taken that risk, he might not have prevailed. In a moment of introspection, a character ponders, could I have defeated Kevin without using aura? Laughing at the realization of Kevin's unexpected strength. Reflecting alone, another muses, have I grown from just that one experience? As the sun streams through the window, the external world urges him, so what will you do? Leaving him at a crossroads. Resolutely, he decides he doesn't need teachings. Instead, he plans to grow stronger just by following Roman. Observing Kevin's progress, he realizes, every single one of Kevin's decisions were right for the situation, and affirms he's learned indirectly from Roman. Acknowledging Roman's transformation, he's stunned by his young master's growth. The young master is no longer the loser that I know. With newfound determination, he vows, I'll observe and learn everything as he looks forward to the journey ahead. The training continues as the character resolves. Let's continue training, driven by determination. A time jump occurs. 1 week later, anticipation builds for an imminent confrontation. The atmosphere shifts dramatically as the prestigious social gathering hosted by the Barcos approaches, setting the stage for potential conflicts and alliances. Engulfed in tense preparations, characters maneuver through political intrigue and personal challenges, ready to face whatever unfolds at the gathering. The stage is set for a grand confrontation, promising revelations and strategic encounters. The story unfolds a week before a grand social party, buzzing with anticipation in a quaint town. Whispers float in the air about Roman Dmitri breaking off his marriage with the Lawrence family, provoking shock and curiosity among the townsfolk. Rumors suggest this was due to an affair with Flora Lawrence, although some speculate about Dmitri's reputation being worse than expected. Amidst the gossip, laughter echoes sinisterly, revealing manipulative schemes behind the scenes. In a lavish room, Anthony Barco exudes confidence, knowing Roman has confirmed his attendance at the party. Good, good, everything is going smoothly, he smirks, looking forward to the forthcoming week. As excitement brews for the event, Anthony muses about it being a long time since he felt this thrilled for a party. The day of destiny arrives, promising a pivotal gathering where alliances will form and secrets may unfold. In a grand estate bathed in sunlight, the young master stands in contemplation, calling hands as though seeking counsel. A dazzling ensemble awaits him, met with skepticism. Am I really supposed to wear this? It's explained, this is your first official gathering since your disengagement, emphasizing the importance of the occasion. Reflecting on the extravagant outfit, the master considers its creator's dedication. A man who spent lavishly to craft such masterpieces. Despite reservations, he chuckles, acknowledging, I poured my entire being into, right, from the tailor. Succumbing to persuasion, the young master smirks, conceding, all right, I'll wear it, embracing the flamboyant attire. As footsteps echo through the halls, he mumbles, geez, while adjusting to his lavish outfit. Outside, anxious waiting prevails. Why is he so late? A guard wonders, expecting the young master's timely arrival. Suddenly, an apology bursts forth. I'm sorry, as a retainer explains, I'm still not used to putting on armor. Rushing into view. Snowflakes drift gently as a tale of struggle weaves through the past. Even if he had the young master's help, a character reflects on overcoming hardships. In the present moment, Chris, embarrassed by almost losing a duel, sighs, I can't believe I almost lost to a guy like this, with frustration evident in his demeanor. As he addresses his fellow knight, he reminds, we are both our liege's escorts, and highlights the importance. His reputation lies in our actions, urging caution. An eager response follows. Okay, I'll keep that in mind, as a young recruit salutes with determination. Missteps are lightly corrected, Well, all right, allowing room for growth. A symbol of elegance, the grand estate comes into view, teeming with whispers about Roman Dmitri's appearance at the party. Gossip swirls. Is it true that Roman is coming today? Voices wonder, fueling anticipation in the lavish setting. Wild tales of his previous behavior, that's why people call him a moron, reveal a world of intrigue and expectations surrounding the young master. In the midst of a lavish gathering, a lively discussion ensues. Guests mockingly remark about the diminishment of the Dmitri family's business, blaming Roman for their decline. One remarks, what a funny lad for merely participating to rectify his blunders. Roman's reputation precedes him, with whispers questioning, what kind of man is Roman Dmitri? And tales of his stern demeanor spreading amidst swirls of laughter. The jest continues, with one scoffer recalling an encounter where they swore he looked like a woman. As anticipation mounts, a hush falls when a voice announces, Roman Dmitri is entering. With a resolute stride, he captivates the room, every eye locked onto him. Shock ripples through the attendees, for he seems too different from before, leaving many to wonder, what happened to his hair? Amongst the astonished, Sophia of the Gristle family approaches, introducing herself. You've probably never heard of our family. Her words linger in the air, as Roman's presence commands attention, setting the stage for intriguing developments. In a lavish setting, a poised woman introduces herself as part of the Gristle family, not prominent but dedicated to the kingdom of Cairo. Roman Dmitri warmly acknowledges, I am well aware of the Gristle family. How could I not know a family with a history dating back centuries? Later, Roman immerses himself in documents detailing family histories and legacies, explaining, since I am participating as the representative of our family, I must memorize where every person that I meet is from. Such a task is vital for winning favor, especially as the moron of Dmitri. In a bustling courtyard, Roman congratulates a noblewoman on her siblings' accomplishments, his diplomatic charm evident. Amidst this, he greets Magna of the Volt family, admiring their past achievements. Recognizing these connections is crucial, as whispered admiration follows him. Amusing social interactions continue, with Roman being praised for how much he's changed. His engagement with the community underscores a calculated effort to rebuild his standing, blending strategic alliances with personal growth. In a bustling banquet, guests murmur about the unexpected presence of Lord Roman, noting, I always thought you were the closest to a prophet because you were drunk. As laughter echoes, one guest quips, "Oh my. I was thinking of starting to drink for real." Meanwhile, Lord Roman receives a discreet invitation from the young master to a private meeting in the back room. With a determined air, he muses, "I guess it's time for me to show you why I was getting on my nerves." Outside, the estate bustles with knights escorting various families, underscoring the event's significance. Amongst the knights, chatter reveals their curiosity about social gatherings, with one lamenting, "We'll never get the chance to go in there." A young, awkward knight struggles with his oversized helmet, receiving teasing comments for being Roman Dimitri's escort. Despite the derision, he remains composed, ignoring whispers about him lacking sword skills. His resolve is tested amidst the jesting, yet his spirit remains unwavering, emblematic of Dimitri's level of endurance. Congratulations! Heavenly Demon Reincarnate marks the end of another intense chapter, leaving readers eager for what's next. The final to be continued serves as a promise of more thrilling developments ahead. As a preview, a stark image captures the intense gaze of a character, purple eyes full of hidden resolve. It hints at challenges and ambitions just beyond the horizon, sparking anticipation for Chapter 20, The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life. In a room full of laughter and elegant attire, Roman stands amidst a lively gathering. His eyes lock onto a single figure, sparking whispers around him. "Who are you staring at so intensely?" Anthony, his companion, teases. Roman, visibly taken aback, identifies the focus of his gaze, Flora Lawrence, the flower of Lawrence. It's as if the world narrows, honing in on her presence and beauty, capturing Roman's full attention. The air feels thick with unspoken emotions, leaving Roman momentarily stunned. The Heavenly Demon Can't Live a Normal Life kicks off as Roman arrives at a lavish gathering, where he's beckoned by Anthony Barco, who exclaims, "What happened to you? Where's the old you?" Suspicion fills the air, traces hint at previous guests in the room, suggesting secretive intentions. For Roman remains unfazed, revealing his continuous self-improvement. "I keep changing day by day." Their reunion, filled with tension, lacks warmth. Anthony recalls a scandal that once strained Roman's engagement. "We were caught whispering in the back room." Roman's response masks deeper intrigue as he questions, "Can I trust you?" proposing a test of faith in this murky alliance. As secrets threaten to surface, Roman's poised demeanor sets the stage for a complex play of power and deception, promising new twists in his journey. In a dimly lit room, a character contemplates a past transgression when he betrayed Anthony Barco and sought a political marriage with the Lawrence family. Despite distancing from Anthony, he acknowledges, "I can't avoid them forever," and decides to mend ties. Upon entering, Anthony greets him warmly, accompanied by a girl named Emily Barco, who is introduced as Roman's potential bride. Anthony reassures Roman, saying, "She's part of your family," and encourages him to join them for a toast. Roman declines, preferring to pour it myself. Unseen tensions rise as Anthony subtly mocks Roman, calling him a bastard. Roman, unfazed, chooses to remain diplomatic, while Anthony warns him not to go stuttering to your family anymore, a sign of previous strained relations. The encounter evokes unresolved conflicts and the challenge of navigating delicate alliances. In a lively room, Roman and Anthony share laughter over glasses of wine, the atmosphere warm and spirited. Suddenly, the scene flickers to darkness. As Roman wakes up disoriented, clutching his head, groaning, "Arg, my head, this place." To his shock, he finds himself in bed beside a stranger. "What the hell is going on here?" he cries, bewildered. His mind racing, he struggles to piece together fragments of the night before. Anthony, appearing suddenly, panics. "Anthony, what the hell have you done?" he shouts, his face twisted in confusion and anger. As realization dawns, Roman grapples with the horror of the situation, unable to recall how it all happened. In a dimly lit room, Anthony sits, addressing Roman with a grave tone. "Listen carefully, Roman." He expresses concern over the scandal, stating, "I can't just let this matter slide." The tension hangs heavy, as layers of manipulation and hidden intentions unfold in the shadows. In a dimly lit room, a grave offer is made. "I'll give you a choice. I expose this, and you get executed on the spot, or marry a woman of lesser status to salvage your reputation." The sinister proposal leaves one pondering. What will you do? As realization dawns, Roman Dimitri fits the puzzle pieces together. "So that's what happened," he acknowledges, understanding the consequences of breaking the marriage with a collateral Barco descendant. The honor of the Dimitri family hitting rock bottom looms large, laden with criticism for their common origins. Facing dilemmas of heart and duty, Roman reflects on such choices being miserable indeed. Despite his disdain for the situation, expressed bluntly as pathetic, he remains resolute. His piercing gaze demands answers, asking, "Why are you hesitating, Roman?" The stakes are high, intertwined with family honor and personal resolve. In a tense exchange, Roman is presented with a stark choice: execute a political marriage for power and control in the Northeast, described as wielding absolute power. Disgusted, Roman questions, just for that, astonished by the trivial offer. 2. A voice declares, this is not a choice, threatening to humiliate the Dmitri family's reputation should he refuse. 3. In anger, Roman kicks over the table, snapping, for such a pathetic reason, rejecting the proposal. Back in the vibrant party, a character named Flora greets him warmly. "Lord Roman, where have you been?" Politely excusing himself, Roman insists, "I just had something to attend to," despite her urging to stay longer. 9. He parts quickly, brushing aside the intrigue of the gathering, embodying a man focused on his path, unconcerned with superficial power plays. In a heated confrontation, a character explodes, demanding to take back what you said, "you bastard." Tension electrifies the air as another reflects quietly, "I feel the same as you," but warns that opportunity arises. As the scene shifts, voices raise in a chaotic mix, filled with determination and urgency. A sudden clash erupts, swords clanging with force. In the midst of chaos, one shouts, "Kevin," with raw emotion, urging the young warrior onward. The battleground is alive, knights sprawled across it, embodying intensity and rivalry. Amidst the frenzy, Kevin is seen among defenders, underscoring the stakes of battle. The chapter concludes with a promise of continued action and a sneak peek that hints at unresolved tension, as a captivating gaze locks onto unseen challenges ahead. In the heart of Dmitri, Kevin stands tense and alert, his resolve being tested. Mocked by his peers, he endures their jeers. This is the level of Dmitri. Commanded to endure it, Kevin, he swallows his pride. As night falls, the ridicule continues. A knight from Barco taunts, questioning Dmitri's training. Kevin seethes, but a biting comment cuts deep. "This is why people call your liege a moron." An ally intervenes, pleading that young Master Roman doesn't deserve to be called that. Tension explodes into violence. Kevin retaliates against his tormentor, swinging with emotion. His superior, witnessing the outburst, calls out in urgency. In the wake of the chaos, the realization hits. The antagonist is no ordinary opponent, but a knight of Barco. Kevin stands amid the relentless taunts of his adversaries, aware that any misstep might not only affect him, but also the entire Dmitri family. Reflecting on his duty, he resolves, "I am, my liege knight." Confronted by an insistent adversary, he declares, "I have no wish to deal with things like you." A challenge ensues, as his opponent smirks. "Let's see how long you can keep that pride of yours." Just as the conflict escalates, a powerful hand intervenes. Kevin, startled, turns to his savior, murmuring, "My liege." The tension transforms into shock as Roman Dmitri appears, authoritatively grabbing the tormentor. Displaying his formidable presence, Roman immobilizes the antagonist with unexpected strength, leaving everyone astounded. The opponent, stunned, struggles futilely as Roman asserts his dominance, labeling him a moron like you before striking decisively. This sudden turn of events reinforces Roman Dmitri's fierce reputation and assures Kevin that his loyalty remains well placed. In a tension-filled moment, Kevin is struck with a powerful blow, falling back with a gasp. "Gah!" A commanding voice demands, "Raise your head," marking a shift in the encounter. Inside a grand hall, Roman Dmitri addresses a visitor with steely resolve, telling him to remove his hands from Roman's family. The visitor, taken aback, finds himself overreaching, as Roman, dismissively referred to as a moron, is anything but naive. Roman recalls the broken marriage engagement orchestrated to save face, noting how times have changed and questioning, "Now that your Barco family stands at risk, I wonder how you would react." With piercing eyes, Roman challenges, "Wouldn't I help the Lawrence family to interfere with the Barco family?" hinting at his strategic advantage. His opponent, fiercely determined, admits to researching the Barco family. Roman underscores their power, stating it derives solely from governmental connections, revealing the instability beneath their influence. Masterfully, Roman suggests that true power lies elsewhere, beyond mere wealth and connection. In a tension-filled encounter, Kevin reflects on his loyalty to Dmitri, asserting his identity as not Barco, but Dmitri with defiance. A figure demands clarity from the group, questioning, "What will you do if this matter is resolved?" pushing them to consider their actions. Observers note a shocking change in Roman. marveling at how Roman has changed and acknowledging his transformation in both demeanor and strategy. The pressure Roman commands is undeniable, leaving others to wonder just what in the world happened to him as they grapple with his newfound authority. In this atmosphere, one individual, frazzled, yells, "Don't bother me right now," as the tension peaks. The setting shifts to a vibrant scene outside, filled with animated interactions. Amidst this, Roman stands over a fallen foe who pleads, "I will never do it again." "So please," showing the impact of Roman's formidable presence. Roman's companion advises, "Please consider your relationship with Hansu and end it here," a sentiment echoed by Roman himself. Demonstrating growth and understanding, Roman decides that he's been punished enough, concluding the conflict. A confrontation unfolds as Roman Dmitri faces accusations, with a voice exclaiming, "What is the meaning of this?" Tension rises as a figure demands Roman apologize for his insolent actions. But Roman defiantly questions, "Why must I apologize?" The dispute centers on the mistreatment of a Dmitri knight, with a plea that they were wrong. Anthony Barco is caught in the conflict, urged to consider the previous relationship between their families. Faced with Roman's challenge, a character mutters "damn it" in frustration. Reflecting on the situation, Roman muses that an opponent should have given him the same punishment. Observing the scene, a character notes the escalation, signaling a shift with, "We sure are getting along well." As the tension peaks, Roman commands his adversary, "Clench your teeth," setting the stage for a decisive resolution. Kevin stands at a turning point, the air charged with intensity as a past full of mockery looms. Once dubbed a moron and dismissed as a mere appendage of the Dmitri family, his loyalty seemed a foolish gamble. But amidst the skeptics, a pivotal realization emerges among those present. The underestimated figure they've always known has transformed beyond recognition. The moron they knew no longer existed. In this changed presence, Kevin's allegiance finds vindication, illustrating a profound shift in power dynamics. Kevin reflects on the insults he endured, telling Roman, "I'm sorry you were insulted because of me." Roman acknowledges the humiliation but seeks to enlighten Kevin, stating, "Rashness only worsened the scenario." With a piercing gaze, Roman declares, "No one can dare to lay their hands on the Dmitri family." He advises Kevin to remember those who humiliate him, reinforcing his resolve. Roman reveals his ambition, "I cannot bear to see someone above me," vowing to live a life of standing over all others. As Kevin absorbs this, Roman commands, "You must adapt to my ways," demonstrating his leadership. The narrative shifts to a new setting where Roman is handed information about the elusive Barco family, noting their recent abnormal movements are very unusual. This hints at deeper strategies and looming conflicts. In a solemn setting, a character scrutinizes reports about the Barco family's rise to power, reflecting on how they started to establish themselves significantly in the region. Despite their political influence, they note Barco's military might isn't as formidable as expected. Exploring the historical context, it's revealed that the small kingdom of Cairo, sandwiched between stronger neighbors, was forced to seek protection by aligning with the central government. This alignment bolstered the government's authority, particularly regarding conscription. Such power dynamics allowed the central government to seize rebellious lands, rewarding compliant lords while appointing new aristocrats. A man expresses disbelief over the extent of this power shift, acknowledging its impact on regional control. Attention turns to financial maneuvers, as the Barco family secured a significant loan, highlighting their strategic gamble for territorial expansion. The borrowed funds fueled mercenary operations, focusing on gaining advantages in territorial conflicts. This turbulent landscape hints at looming challenges, underlining the fragile balance of power. In a dimly lit room, a figure reports, "They're expected to attack within half a month," revealing Barco's accelerated preparations for war. Amidst the looming threat, a resolute voice declares, "Even if it comes to war, a month at most." Determined, Roman reflects on his responsibility. "I cannot leave the Barcos be now that they've threatened me." He asserts, no matter how much Barco increases their forces, they are no match for Dmitri. In the shadows, nobles dismiss Dmitri, underestimating their strength due to common origin. Calling out for Hans, Roman instructs, "I must meet her now. It's time to cash in on what I was determined to do last time." Outside, the winds of change stir as a figure in armor strides purposefully through the marketplace, preparing for the challenges ahead. The knight reflects on the worthless gamble of relying on faulty equipment. Frustrated, he determines to improve, committing to a custom armor set that promises better performance next time. As he prepares to leave, his resolve is clear. He's tired of being stuck on the battlefield. His attention is caught by a commotion outside. Curious, he realizes a crowd has formed, possibly discussing a way for us to make money. Pushing through, he discovers a recruitment notice, intrigued by the opportunity it presents. The notice calls for 30 recruits, offering a substantial wage, promising a fresh direction amidst the ongoing turmoil. Amidst the bustling streets, rumors fly of a job offering substantial pay. Yet there's a catch. The monthly cost of living for a family of 4 is average, but there's a special condition. The task involves allegiance, belonging only to Roman Dmitri, not the Dmitri family. Another counters, is this really something of that much worth? Pondering the prospect of serving the moron of Dmitri. A young voice defends Roman, claiming he's not the same as before. He destroyed the blood fangs, the boy insists, as astonishment sweeps over the doubters. Roman's transformation intrigues, leaving the crowd curious. As clamor fills the streets, one attendee wonders, who's Clark? Eager to learn more about the forces shaping Roman Dmitri's newfound prestige. Kevin stands in a vibrant bakery, grasping a warm baguette as someone recalls his name. Kevin, was it? This moment of everyday simplicity contrasts sharply with the challenges he's recently faced. On the street, energy buzzes, and the aroma of fresh bread lingers, embodying a semblance of peace. Although the scene transitions to a lighter note, muffled laughter and satisfaction follow Kevin outside, offering a brief respite from past tensions. The chapter concludes with an endearing comic of a character munching away, an endnote teasing what comes next. The preview flashes forward to a stern figure brandishing swords, hinting at a return to the intense, action-filled narrative. This setup promises fans that the upcoming storyline will be captivating, full of dynamic and dramatic turns. In a surprising twist, Kevin finds himself granted an unexpected leave. What? A leave? He exclaims in disbelief. Roman Dmitri encourages. Rest is also an extension of training, urging Kevin to take a break and spend time with his family. Returning to his quarters, Kevin grapples with this change, murmuring, "A leave, huh?" as he reflects on his previous relentless routine. It's been years since he last visited home, and the prospect feels surreal. He's suddenly interrupted by Hans, who insists, charge into these, offering new clothes and a generous monthly allowance from Lord Roman. Overwhelmed but grateful, Kevin is told to enjoy the gifts, be it for utility or luxury. Carrying a warm baguette, Kevin strolls the bustling marketplace, momentarily basking in normalcy. Yet, amidst this peace, the weight of upcoming challenges lingers, as a title ominously declares the continuation of their tale. The heavily demon can't live a normal life. Kevin strolls through a vibrant bakery, grasping a warm baguette, the aroma captivating everyone around him. "I brought some bread too, freshly baked and smells amazing," he declares, radiating a sense of normalcy. Despite daily complaints and the weariness of routine, Kevin recalls his dedication to buying bread to share with his loved ones, even amidst chaos. Suddenly, the air grows tense as shouts of "Clark" echo behind him, pulling Kevin into a moment of suspense. His resolve strengthens, clutching the baguette tighter as he vows, "No matter what, I'll grow stronger under the young master's guidance." Facing unexpected sights, he stands before his home, startled by the tranquility that greets him. Kevin finds joy in reuniting with family, laughter ringing in the air. The once unfamiliar peace transforms into a heartwarming reality. Yet, amidst the happiness, his ever-watchful eyes catch signs of others, hinting at his past struggles. Kevin walks through the bustling streets, clutching a warm baguette. Reuniting with his family, he hears joyful cries, "Oh my God, how long has it been?" Embraced by loved ones, Kevin feels the weight of gratitude for Roman Dmitri, whose actions have allowed them some comfort. His family recounts the aid they've received. "Sir Hans came to us and granted land, transforming their lives from the slums." With tears in his eyes, Kevin whispers, "Lord Roman, thank you so much." Yet the reunion becomes tense as they notice a mark on Kevin's cheek. Alarmed, they ask, "Did Lord Roman beat you?" Kevin, flustered, insists it's a misunderstanding. He defends Roman's honor. Lord Roman is absolutely not the type of person to harm his knights. Despite his reassurances, skepticism lingers. Kevin's parents press him, "Are you seriously asking us to believe that?" As the conversation unfolds, townsfolk murmur, questioning Roman's intentions. Kevin passionately counters, "What sort of noble would go that far just for his own subordinate?" seeking to dispel the rumors and honor his liege's integrity. In the bustling marketplace, curiosity peaks as whispers spread about Roman Dimitri's influence. "You saw how he and his family live, haven't you?" one man inquires, noting the transformation Roman has sparked. Gossip intensifies, hinting at Roman's strategic land purchase, opening new opportunities for his followers. Someone close to Clark heard from him, another confirms, expressing admiration for Roman's dedication to his people. A child, inspired by the stories, proclaims, "I wanna be like Kevin, too," reflecting the hope Roman instills. A perception shift emerges as people recognize the care Roman gives, akin to Joseph's family, signifying a trust that promises a life completely different from before for those loyal to him. Crowds gather, enticed by recruitment notices, eager to join Roman's ranks. Observers marvel, what in the world is going on, as rumors of his past deeds spread, challenging disbelief. Intrigue deepens when a figure declares, "How interesting," eager to witness Roman's reputed transformation firsthand. Under the moonlit sky, preparations for a trial proceed smoothly, with Lord Roman set to oversee the process. Jonathan questions if enough time has passed, presenting a last chance to retract a decision. A concern is voiced about the dangers of private soldiers being developed for an individual. Jonathan recalls Roman's audacious act at a social party, slapping a knight in front of esteemed nobles, despite warnings from Anthony. This boldness might jeopardize Roman's succession rights as revenge. However, Jonathan drinks to Roman's courage, noting his unique path since the Blood Fang incident. With support as a father, he expresses, "I merely wish to cheer him on." Understanding this stance, another character inquires about Roman's supposed following, estimating it to be over 500 people, a testament to his growing reputation. In a grand hall, tension hangs as a character nervously sips from a glass, questioning what before him. Outside, the scene transitions to a bright, bustling courtyard, voices blending with the surrounding clamor. Inside, preparations for a trial conclude. "My liege," a figure announces, stating, "Preparations for the trial have been completed." A sense of purpose and anticipation fills the air, marked by the commanding presence of those involved. As night descends, a powerful figure is captured in silhouette against the moonlit sky, embodying mystery and intense focus. The chapter closes, hinting at deeper intrigue to come, alongside a whimsical pop sound effect, teasing future developments. A preview of the next episode heightens anticipation, promising drama and the gripping continuation of their journey. Under the pale moonlight, the night before the trial is full of anticipation and tension. Inside a lively tavern, a figure enjoys Dimitri's famous dark beer, remarking, "Dimitri dark beer. It's as great as always." Yet, amidst the enjoyment, there's unease as he realizes, "I can't believe it's only a day before the trial." Observing a group sitting in a corner, he notes, the 3 guys sitting at the corner table, and others at the bar, those 3 drinking at the bar table. They don't appear to be mercenaries, yet they're clearly battle experienced. The reality dawns that the level of the applicants is much higher than I expected, hinting at the unexpected interest in Dimitri. As he sips, confusion persists. "I don't get it." A sudden interruption comes with someone calling out, "Henderson, why are you here?" adding to the intrigue of the situation. In the dimly lit tavern, tales of Roman Dimitri fill the air. One man recounts his change of heart, initially planning to leave Lawrence but deciding otherwise after witnessing Roman's bravery. Destroy the Blood Fang, he recalls, a feat that transformed his perception. Vivid memories play as he recalls, "I saw him at the plaza, covered in blood, dragging the enemy leader by the hair, a moment that left an indelible mark." The atmosphere is thick with awe as he shares, "I felt shivers." Doubters are silenced by his testament. Roman is not a weakling, as the rumors said. Inspired, he asserts Roman is a true leader who can fight for his people, and decides to become his subordinate. Elsewhere, plans unfold for private soldiers, hinting at a larger strategy. As the evening progresses, a figure ponders deeply, realizing Roman Dimitri is indeed worth following, linking the widespread commotion to something greater. The story unfolds on the day of the trial in Dimitri's Grand Hall, where the atmosphere is thick with anticipation. Laughter echoes as bystanders plan to celebrate with a drink once the trial concludes, insinuating that the one who falls shall be the highlight of their tales. Amidst the chatter, a figure ponders deeply, questioning the truth behind all he has heard and what choice he must make. Speculation runs rampant. "Everyone here really thinks the same thing as me." The moment of choice will be when we see the true Roman. Suddenly, realization hits. I became the fool of fools as the tension mounts. A commanding figure strides decisively, the click of boots echoing as he approaches. The crowd parts, whispers of awe cascading through those present. With a determined expression, the knight cuts through the throng, a force to be reckoned with. Observing him, one reflects, no one was there to give commands, admiring the authority that commands attention effortlessly. In the grand hall, whispers ripple as Roman Dmitri makes a commanding entrance, confirming the unsettling gossip. The rumors were true. As he ascends the steps, the air thickens with anticipation. He faces the gathered crowd, instructing, "Raise your heads," and declaring his intent to select 30 soldiers who will fight for me today. Roman, undaunted, declares, "I have no plans to live my days cooped up in a remote territory." He challenges those before him, stating they cannot back out now, urging them to envision their heights beyond the battlefield. Boldly, he proclaims their regret would be in not witnessing him, standing tall as the most powerful on the continent. The crowd reacts with disbelief, baffled by his audacity, yet there's a mystique about him. Something compelling enough to make onlookers consider the impossible, for some reason. It feels like he could actually pull it off. In a tense courtyard, the air thickens with anticipation as the trial begins. A commanding voice declares, "Now then, I will give you instructions for your first trial." The test is straightforward yet perilous. As one stands in the designated spot, an archer will release 3 arrows, potentially grazing or striking directly, possibly inflicting a fatal injury. Only those who remain motionless as the arrows fly will pass the trial. With names called, suspense grips the crowd. Next up is Norton. Stand bravely in the spot. Whispers ripple through the onlookers, questioning the fairness and the archer's skill, confident that no mistakes will occur. As the archer draws back the bow, fear dances in the eyes of the chosen participant. The tension snaps with the bowstring, an arrow cutting through the air with precision. A direct hit reverberates, marking it as a psychological battle. Nerves are tested as each participant faces the daunting challenge, illuminating the grit required to proceed. In a tense courtyard, the trial's danger looms as the archer prepares, forcing candidates to just keep your head up. Pretend it never happened. The first arrow strikes hard, a frightening spectacle, leading to cries of Gaia. Urgently, someone commands, "Bring Comfrey to the infirmary right away." Bystanders look on in disbelief. "I can't believe it," as another candidate, Morrison, takes the stage, mind racing with fear. The reality of the trial's brutality hits as whispers spread. The arrow went straight through his thigh. Amid the chaos, one participant realizes, "I only applied to get experience." Yet the stakes remain high. For those of you who are afraid and would be paralyzed by an arrow, leave by now. Those enduring will become the only knights, those who passed the first trial. With determination, the trial continues, the intensity unfaltering as a command echoes, "Get the fuck out this instant," to deter the faint-hearted. The scene captures the gravity of their aspirations, with only the brave remaining to face the trial's peril. A tense briefing unfolds as the plans for tomorrow's trial are set. "I will explain your roles once again," a voice declares with gravity. The test is simple yet life-threatening. Each will be struck by an arrow, a trial you will all face. The archer, renowned for his precision, promises near misses, but fatal errors are possible. Participants are tantalized by rewards as motivations glitter before them. Yet the looming danger is undeniable. "Will you still do it?" is the challenge posed, and the resolute response echoes, "Yes." As the meeting concludes, a servant addresses his master. "If there's nothing else, you may leave," confirming the authority that presides over the trial. An aide questions the logic behind the risk. "Why are you going so far?" The master answers, driven by purpose, intent on demonstrating courage even when the odds are slim. This is a test not just of skill, but of resolve, where the fear of a 1% chance defines the entire ordeal. The underlying question remains, what conviction must these potential knights muster to succeed? In a quiet moment, a figure reflects deeply, yearning to find someone with the heart of a beast to stand by his side. Insights into character unfold, revealing that only those of that caliber can walk alongside me. The intensity of the upcoming trial looms large, sparking a cry of disbelief. What kind of insane trial is this? Doubts ripple through the crowd, with many choosing to give up, unwilling to risk their lives for Roman Dmitri. Around 100 remain, as one notes, young master, anticipating the upcoming test. The select few are marked by the heart of a beast, an innate talent that sets them apart. Historically, only those capable of wielding strength without fear have been destined to walk this path. It is their inherent nature to stand victorious against even the strongest opponents. Determined, the focus sharpens on identifying those with such spirit through the trial, underscoring a test not just of skill, but of intrinsic resolve and character. In the bustling heart of the trial, participants brace themselves for the resumption. A determined contender, previously spotted at the inn, has decided not to give up. He stands resolute, recognizing this as his moment to prove his loyalty to Lord Roman. I can't just give up without doing anything. Amidst the trials, fear creeps in, no, should I just give up? A voice falters as another candidate meets the challenge head on, the arrows slicing through the air menacingly close. Doubt and determination wage war within, wrestling with thoughts of the high stake. It'd be meaningless if I died. Time seems to stretch, allowing for a moment of clarity. I still have time, echoes within the mind as an arrow narrowly misses, signaling a near miss yet sparking hope. The tension in the air is palpable as each contestant stands their ground, driven by a desire to transform fear into bravery. Henderson emerges victorious, his breath visible in the cold air as he says, just a second later, and he would have given up. The first trial has proceeded seamlessly, with those who remain numbering 400. Out of those, only 120 were successful, having proven themselves useful through the first trial. Despite the challenge, many passed even while trembling, showing the courage to suppress their fears. Roman Dmitri acknowledges their bravery, proclaiming, "This trial proved your worth as warriors, but in the end, I will only accept 30 people." He promises that passing the second trial will allow them to live the life of a predator, sparking intrigue among the participants. As tension builds, the second trial is about to commence, promising further tests of skill and courage. In a charged courtyard, a new trial unfolds as Roman Dmitri explains the rules. The rules are simple. Wooden swords of different kinds lay before the participants, and they are instructed to choose the swords you'd like. To prove their worth, they must engage in a duel with him, Roman Dmitri himself. Shock ripples through the crowd when it is revealed that Roman intends to duel with all 120 of us by himself. Despite this daunting task, he reassures them, "You do not have to win." The duel is a test of courage and skill. The first challenger, Vulcan, steps forward, his resolve firm as he considers the seemingly overblown confidence of Roman Dmitri. Vulcan questions past rumors of Roman's strength, particularly the one about subjugating the Blood Fang, and doubts Roman can defeat him quickly. Yet, as the duel is set to begin, Vulcan sees this as a chance to rise if he can withstand Roman's might. Roman Dmitri stands at the trial's forefront, tightly grasping an hourglass as the command to begin reverberates through the atmosphere, marking the contest's initiation. With fierce determination, Roman aims to impress, vowing to etch into his mind what kind of man I am. The arena buzzes with energy as contenders watch Roman's form, a blur of precision and power. Delving into this high-stakes duel, Roman weaves through his adversary's defenses with speed and intent, leaving his opponent reeling. A swift exchange culminates in an unexpected advantage, provoking a stunned "what?" from his competitor. Roman deftly anticipates every move, commanding the stage with unparalleled skill. As the dust settles, Roman calmly calls for the next challenger, his presence unwaveringly formidable. The watching crowd is in awe at the trial, realizing that this trial is beyond anything they imagined, as its difficulty overshadows the first stage's intensity. With a brief break in the action, viewers are left eager, knowing that the trials promise even greater challenges ahead. The moment Vulcan falls swiftly to Roman Dmitri, a wave of disbelief sweeps through the crowd. With a single, decisive move, Roman showcases his unmatched prowess. The spectators, awestruck, realize that the tales of Roman's strength are no exaggeration. As soon as Vulcan lost instantly, whispers ripple through the assembly, and they watch keenly, unable to tear their eyes away from the unfolding spectacle. Each gasp highlights the gravity of Roman's skill, shifting perceptions once held about him. Roman, unfazed by the astonishment of the onlookers, stands tall, his resolve unshaken. The aura surrounding him is one of authority and undeniable strength. Those present understand that they are witnessing a true display of mastery, one that will be talked about for generations to come. His performance serves as a testament to his dominance and potential for change across the realm, leaving no doubt of his capability to lead. The impact of this duel solidifies Roman's burgeoning reputation as a formidable warrior and thinker, reshaping the ground under Dmitri's feet. In a dimly lit arena, Whispers ripple through the crowd, acknowledging a startling truth. Roman is strong. As the duels unfold relentlessly, anticipation builds about when fatigue might take its toll on him. Yet, as an hour passes and the second trial wages on, it's evident that Roman remains unfazed, having already faced 60 duels with an unwavering presence. Despite the sheer exhaustion expected from 60 losses, Roman commands the ground with a stoic neck. Observers find themselves awestruck, grappling with the realization that passing Roman's trial indeed grants the life of a predator. Roman is a predator, whispers echo, emphasizing his dominance, a force in the world of survival of the fittest. Participants sense this moment might be the only chance of a lifetime, considering Roman's subordination as a path to greatness. Each duel cements his reputation further, revealing his relentless energy and embodying the power they strive to achieve. Under a looming aura of fear, someone questions, how are we supposed to face that monster? Roman Dmitri stands shrouded in a menacing glow, prompting the crowd to hesitate as he intently awaits challengers. Yet, a voice rises above the apprehension. Sure, I'm coming. As a confident contender steps forth, introducing himself, he announces, I am the sixth applicant. My name is Lucas. The scene shifts, and a chilling thought echoes. Roman Dmitri is a monster, with an ominous reminder of his overwhelming, ghastly aura. Roman's mere presence strikes terror, as observers believe he will someday dominate the entire continent. Undeterred, Lucas grips his sword tighter, resolved to confirm for myself just how far I can go. The trial begins with a sense of urgency as Roman Dmitri initiates the challenge by flipping an hourglass and commanding, begin. Determined, he decides, I must first pass this trial, setting the tone for the intense encounter. A participant charges in with fierce resolve, showing impressive strategic prowess. He charged in without hesitation, utilizing swift attacks that surprise his opponent. His blade sings through the air, slashing precisely at the target. In a blur of motion, he executes a defensive maneuver, stepping back swiftly to dodge a counterattack and parrying a fierce strike with poise. With confidence, he taunts, then how about this? Escalating the duel's intensity. Approaching with determination, he holds his ground, exhibiting mastery as his opponent strikes again with force. The clash resonates through the arena, echoing with the sound of metal on metal as both push their limits in this test of will and skill. In the midst of fierce determination, a contender reflects, I guess this wasn't enough, as he faces Roman Dmitri, a fortress-like opponent. Despite feeling overwhelmed, he insists, even so, I can't stop here. With resolve, he charges, knowing it's over if he hesitates for even a second. His goal, endure for 1 minute. As he rushes forward, Roman acknowledges with a sly grin, not bad, recognizing the contender's instincts. Yet Roman vows not to let him hold out for the full duration. 1 minute becomes a formidable wall in this duel, a test of strength and perception. Determined, the contender pushes his limits, hoping to learn from this confrontation. But Roman, in the heat of the moment, declares, let's end this, and moves decisively. The clash is swift, with Roman dominating effortlessly. As the dust settles, the sheer skill of Roman Dmitri is undeniable, mesmerizing the onlookers and leaving the challenger overwhelmed by the encounter's gravity. The story unfolds with a mercenary reflecting on the harsh limitations of his rank. A Ankh mercenary is the limit of effort, he states, having reached his peak despite endless struggles. Through countless battles, he survived, yet true power remained elusive. He recounts how he realized the vital truth to survive and win. You must use any means necessary. In a dramatic battle scene, he employs unexpected tactics, spraying sand to distract his opponent, illustrating there's no other rule besides enduring for a minute. With determination, he charges fiercely, embodying relentless resolve. This fight is more than just a test of strength. It's about strategy and the will to persist against all odds. In the heart of an intense duel, a contender faces Roman Dmitri, his eyes burning red from the sand in desperation. Despite the grit and determination, he senses the insurmountable challenge before him, feeling Roman's fierce gaze staring straight at me. With a rueful laugh, realizing the futility of continuing, the contender declares, I surrender, dropping his weapon in a gesture of defeat. The atmosphere is heavy as Roman stands, an imposing figure, unwavering in his resolve. The scene closes with Roman's commanding presence, the air thick with the promise of more battles to come. The chapter teases a whirlwind of emotions and conflicts in the next installment, offering a glimpse of the fierce challenges ahead. The tale begins within the formidable heavenly demon god cult, where novice martial artists are taught the dire importance of never blinking during combat, as a single blink may take your life. This foundational lesson intertwines with the rhythm of their breathing, reinforcing how every moment, particularly blinking, requires serious consideration. Amidst this harsh training, warriors are drilled to keep their eyes open at any time, a mantra cemented during intense practice sessions in dimly lit caves. A red, glowing blade signifies their sharp focus and unwavering resolve, piercing through the darkness as a metaphor for their unyielding determination. The scene shifts abruptly to a serene courtyard where a combatant begrudgingly concedes, uttering, "I surrender." This surrender marks the end of this trial, contrasting the relentless training ethos with a moment of vulnerability. The chapter concludes with a poignant pause, setting the stage for the continuation of their saga in the heavenly demon can't live a normal life. Under the bright blue sky, the atmosphere is calm as someone offers water to a weary participant. A knight stands, shaken by recent events. Reflecting on his choices, he thinks, "I would have never used the sand if I knew it was gonna turn out like this," lamenting his failed strategy. Despite using any means necessary, he feels defeated, realizing his efforts were in vain. Fearing repercussions, he anxiously wonders if his superior will be angry, predicting, "I may be punished." However, the command to move on comes unexpectedly soon, with Roman Dmitri simply declaring, "Next." Observers note that Roman isn't mad or questioning the foul play. Hinting at deeper understanding, Roman reveals his awareness of the plan, having watched it unfold, yet chose to witness the hell that Lucas experienced. At his best, Roman's insight shows respect for the struggle endured by the participant, recognizing an unseen depth to the battle scars visible on the candidate's soul. In a gripping scene drenched in symbolism, the narrative reveals a chilling truth. The bloodshed witnessed by Jongak is vast enough to create an ocean, illustrating the brutal creation of the heavenly demon. Amidst the chaos, a voice demands, "Are there no other applicants?" capturing the relentless drive of those present. With the turn of an hourglass, the tension crescendos, and a participant charges with a battle cry, "Hey!" As others falter, persisting with grim determination, an echo of defiance resounds. Lucas set the precedent. His resolve inspires future warriors to prove they're capable to, at least try to last 2 minutes. Even amidst foul play, one contender insists, a foul play is not a condition for disqualification, but, exemplifying the brutal honesty of the challenge, his screams of Gaia resonate as arrows rain down, marking the trial as a testament to raw endurance and tenacity. The scene unfolds with a participant overwhelmed by the intensity of the trial, choosing to surrender, realizing that if he didn't, I would have become like that as well. As the duel escalates, it marks the 100th battle in a grueling test spanning 2 hours. Yet, remarkably, forget a single drop of sweat, his breathing is perfectly stable, highlighting Roman's incredible endurance. Amidst a haunting backdrop of a mountain of corpses and a sea of blood, the intense atmosphere reveals the harsh truth of combat. No enemy will go easy on you just because you're tired. A method of breathing enables the circulation of mana, maintaining the body at its peak, emphasizing Roman's skill in keeping his stamina undrained even during fierce battles. Reflecting on past triumphs, Roman recalls battling for 3 days and nights straight, affirming his resilience. With a rallying cry, "All applicants, gather up." The call rings out under a bright sky, setting the stage for the next phase. The tension in the air is palpable as the announcement hits. The number of people who have passed the second trial is 0. Disappointment ripples through the contestants, though they're reassured that they still remain as potential applicants. The selection process isn't over yet, as 30 out of the 120 will be handpicked later. A voice from the shadows announces, "Good work, everyone, dismissed," bringing a temporary end to the proceedings. A list of successful applicants is presented in a dramatic reveal. Responsibility for training these new recruits falls upon a mysterious figure, who acknowledges with a simple, "Understood." Vulcan, noted for having fought the young master first, is selected, revealing the high regard in which he's held. Henderson, less impressive in his battle, surprisingly makes the cut as well. Lucas is confirmed to have passed too. Despite his skill as a B-rank mercenary, there's underlying concern about Lucas's conduct in the trial. His shady tactics drew scrutiny, leading to doubts about his compatibility on the battlefield. Such a man would only bring us harm. In a dimly lit room, a character contemplates his decision to pass someone who displayed rational courage on the battlefield. Faced with confusion, he explains, Lucas may be a coward who knows no honor, yet in the absence of foul play, Lucas' pragmatic thinking shines through. They constantly look for a way to survive, he reflects, affirming their value in battle. A voice challenges him, questioning how Lucas could pass despite committing foul play, underscoring the tension of the judgment. A seasoned warrior advises, only those who can calmly face each situation and act accordingly are capable of surviving until the end. The reminder is stark. No matter how strong a knight you are, there is always a chance for you to be killed by those lurking in the shadows. Engulfed in the heavy realization, another character's thoughts surface, I was too short, cited this time as well. Desperation creeps in as they plead for guidance, seeking the strength to face their trials anew. Within a dimly lit room, the tension is palpable as a character acknowledges. There are still 5 months until you leave for the battlefield, hinting at the storm brewing ahead. Suspense thickens with queries on why soldiers have been gathered prematurely. The scene shifts to the Barco family announcing an impending conflict. The sins of the Lawrences are clear, they claim, justifying their aggressive stance due to unpaid debts and broken promises. The declaration is clear, then the Barcos will declare a territorial war against Lawrence. In a dramatic turn, a voice exclaims, "My liege, you're not," referencing a strategic decision to intervene between Barco and Lawrence. The resolve is fierce as they proclaim, "We will start preparing to barge into the war." Emotions run high, setting the stage for an intense conflict as alliances shift and tensions rise. In a somber moment, a decision is made to part ways. Lady Flora, we will go our separate ways from now on. The Barco family's financial desperation sets the stage for impending conflict. Tensions rise as it's revealed that war is the only thing left for them to do. The focus shifts to Roman Dmitri, seeking loyalty from those who truly know him. A haunting accusation pierces the silence. "You're the one who brought this family to ruin." Stunned, Flora gasps, caught in a whirlwind of regret and self-reflection. Alone in her room, she questions her actions. What have I done? Elsewhere, whispers of the disengagement circulate as Flora retreats into solitude. Rumors abound of a looming war against Barco, and Flora contemplates her missteps, lamenting, "I thought I was pretty clever." The shadow of impending turmoil looms large, hinting at the challenges yet to unfold. In the quiet solitude, a young woman reflects on her life, confessing, "I had completed an advanced level course in the academy with good grades," and recalling the faint smile of her father. Despite being adorned with accomplishments, she feels like nothing more than a flower in a greenhouse, trapped by her reliance on her family. Amidst this introspective moment, she acknowledges the moron of Dmitri. How hilarious, as she comes to terms with the disparaging label. Overwhelmed by self-doubt, she admits, "I no longer have the confidence to face my father," torn between expectations and her internal struggle. Delving deeper, she questions, what would that man do in this situation? Seeking inspiration from Roman's unexpected strength and his daring actions for his family. Wrestling with disbelief, she wonders about Roman's resolve, asking, the possibility of such things aside, the fact that he had the resolve to do it, and her thoughts linger on his courage. Flora is engulfed in a storm of self-reflection, realizing, compared to that, a servant announces, "Lady Flora, your meal is ready," but receives no response. Concern ripples through the staff as they call, Lady Flora, wondering about her silence. Driven by an internal resolve, Flora decides, "I must go to the library, seeking answers within its walls." As she immerses herself in study, she muses, just like how Roman Dmitri subjugated Blood Fang, understanding the need for self-reliance. A scene shifts to a bright courtyard where a servant informs the lord of a communication from the Veka's family. The family, despite turmoil, stands firm, unable to take further action in the ongoing conflict, leading to a response filled with urgency. In the midst of regional unrest, the determination to figure out a solution with our own strength reverberates, both from Flora and the surrounding figures. In a dimly lit room, the tension is palpable as urgent whispers fill the air. There are rumors that Barco will retaliate. Signaling the looming threat of war, an ultimatum is delivered if the Lawrences do not pay their debts or hand over the land. Within a week, war is inevitable. As tensions rise, a young woman, overwhelmed by fear, realizes only 1 week until the war. Her frustration boils over, damn it all, at the desperate situation. Across the room, another angered voice declares, "Now they're treating us like we don't exist." Reflecting betrayal and abandonment. Efforts to seek external help meet dead ends, leading to a grim conclusion. We have absolutely no solution. A sense of resignation fills the room with the suggestion, it may be better to just surrender. Sweeping gestures are proposed to save innocent lives and secure what little land remains. The scene paints a picture of a people cornered, clinging to whatever hope they can muster in the face of impending doom. In a dimly lit room, tension thickens as a figure contemplates the looming conflict. You have a point. A servant interrupts, announcing Lady Flora's request to meet. Despite being busy, curiosity prevails as Flora enters gracefully, determined to speak with her father. "Father, I have something to tell you," she declares, her resolve evident. Her father, confused, asks, What are you talking about?" Steeling herself, Flora reveals, "In the war between Barco and Lawrence, I've chosen in the name of Roman Dmitri." Her father, aghast, questions her understanding of this choice. He fervently argues, the war is a legitimate battle approved by the government. Emotions surge as he warns of the dangers, urging her to reconsider. If you're planning on leaving Lawrence, don't. Facing her father's despair, Flora remains resolute, calmly asking, "How would you like for me to live from now on?" Her courage and determination in the face of familial pressure illustrate a newfound strength and defiance. Under the shadow of looming conflict, a voice questions the unpredictability of the times, pondering if changing sides is a sudden decision. As the heir of Dmitri, Roman reflects on the power dynamics, admitting, "One thing came to mind, the need for action, not complacency." Noting how the Barcos have belittled them, Roman asserts, "But I, Roman Dmitri, am different." Determined, he vows never to stand idly by, craving power to defend their name. He declares his intent to live a life of domination, embodying an unyielding ambition. Roman clarifies his pursuit. He is not asking for the family's strength, only their trust to intervene as Roman Dmitri. Concluding with resolve, Roman states, "The path that I will show you is the life that I will live from now on," promising transformative days ahead. Under the glow of the evening sky, a narrator reflects on life's unchangeable truths. Your origin can't be altered, no matter how great you become. A discussion unfolds about the challenges of perception. Despite accomplishments, recognition in the eyes of nobles remains elusive. The conversation turns personal as a parent muses, "I hope my sons are different," yearning for them to reach someplace higher than being confined to their origins. A moment of serene contemplation sees a hopeful parent, envisioning his sons rising beyond the expectations of their remote land. The scene shifts, focusing on an intense gaze. "Those aren't the eyes of someone being pressured," comes a revelation filled with pride. Fatherly pride mingles with fulfillment, acknowledging, "This worrisome child of mine has grown beyond previous expectations." The familial bond and hope for transcendence permeate this heartfelt interaction, hinting at a future full of potential. In a profound exchange, Roman Dmitri receives unwavering support from his father, who declares, "You, Roman Dmitri, are my son." His father, Romero, affirms their bond and reassures him by saying, "No matter what you do, there is no need to take responsibility alone." This affirmation of trust and familial resolve strengthens Roman's determination for the battles ahead. The scene closes with a poignant hint at the ongoing saga. The heavenly demon can't live a normal life. In a lively scene, a character approaches a bustling area, remarking, "So this is the place." The sounds of the vibrant streets echo around him. He observes the abundance of blacksmiths, noting there are 30 such workshops on this street, signaling the industrial prowess of Dmitri. Reflecting on the kingdom's iron mine, he acknowledges its importance as it holds the greatest deposits in all the kingdom and the skill of Dmitri's blacksmiths who sell the iron for a hefty price. This economic might, alongside the skilled blacksmiths, ensures that the northeastern nobles of Cairo would never dare become hostile with Dmitri due to their reliance on its resources. Contemplating the strategic influence of Dmitri, it becomes clear that their dominance in providing quality weaponry is pivotal, and any disruption in their supply would be a critical issue in its own right. The realization dawns as he senses a presence. So, he's here. In the midst of an intense chapter, a master blacksmith emerges as the symbol of the Dmitri family. Roman, with determination, plans to use his own power, but seeks his father's assistance for equipping soldiers with armaments. Roman's father advises him, "Go see Master Hendrik, who oversees the ironworks." Acknowledging Hendrik's influence, he explains the challenge of earning the blacksmith's trust. They are extremely prideful, and only someone who can discern iron quality will succeed. As Roman steps into the forge, the aura is palpable, setting his resolve firm like the metal being forged. He recalls his father's words, emphasizing the blacksmith's pride and skill. The scene shifts to a vibrant outdoor setting, hinting at the challenges ahead. The blacksmiths watch keenly, one asking Roman his reason for being there. Roman must prove himself to unlock their vital support, while the weight of his family's legacy hangs in the balance, setting the stage for a transformative alliance. In the heart of Dimitri's forge, Roman confronts the formidable Master Hendrik. So, this man is Master Hendrik, Roman muses, hoping for cooperation. Master Hendrik scoffs, sarcastically assuming Roman seeks equipment for frivolous reasons. Offering subpar weapons, Hendrik taunts, "Just take whatever you want, from that corner over there." Roman, undeterred, sharply retorts, questioning, "Is that your best, Master Hendrik?" Furious, Hendrik defends the ironwork's prestige. Dare to judge the ironwork of Dimitri? He warns Roman of his family's sullied reputation, his younger brother's gambling and Roman's womanizing. Unflinching, Roman demands excellence. Hendrik, boiling with rage, confronts him, "I will ask you again. Is this truly your best, Master Hendrik?" The tension crackles as Roman challenges the legacy of Dimitri's craft, striving to align Hendrik's renowned skills with his own determined vision for greatness. In the forge, Master Hendrik hurls insults at Roman Dimitri, calling him an irredeemable trash. Roman remains unfazed, acknowledging the familiar scenario again. He picks up a sword and critiques its weak craftsmanship, noting it is likely one of Hendrik's. The discussion shifts to the grim reality of the battlefield. Roman recounts, the blunt sword couldn't cleanly cut through the flesh, leaving a soldier defenseless and resulting in his death. Hendrik blanches, the weight of his work's failure evident as Roman challenges. "What do you think of this injustice?" Roman holds up a piece of armor, emphasizing the value of quality over quantity. "The heaviest armor is worth bearing," he states, driving home the point that poor equipment seals a warrior's fate. A haunting tale follows. It bore a hole through the armor, leading to another soldier's demise. Roman persists, questioning if Hendrik now understands the stakes of craftsmanship. Master Hendrik stands accused as Roman condemns him for providing substandard weapons, the pieces of trash he deemed worthy of Dimitri's knights. Roman demands, "Can you truly call yourself a blacksmith that represents Dimitri proudly?" His scathing words pierce through Hendrik's defenses, highlighting the danger his negligence posed to innocent lives. Roman presses further, challenging, "Can I take them as insubordination toward my father?" His intense gaze unnerves Hendrik, who struggles to justify his actions. "Your intentions are unimportant," Roman declares, prioritizing the lives endangered by Hendrik's carelessness. The tension is palpable as Roman calls for accountability, unwilling to let feelings cloud the harsh truths of the battlefield. Those around him witness a leader unafraid to confront the weaknesses within his own ranks, ensuring Dimitri's honor remains untarnished. The scene closes with unresolved tension, setting the stage for further trials in their shared pursuit of excellence. In the shadowy halls of Dimitri, a stern voice rings out as Roman confronts Master Hendrik, questioning the worth of his craft. "Is that truly your best, Master Hendrik?" The weight of potential insubordination looms heavily, as Roman's piercing gaze demands accountability for the substandard weapons provided. Hendrik, taken aback, exclaims, "Insubordination? Absolutely not," fervently defending his honor. Yet Roman pushes, urging for an explanation. A confrontation with consequences. As tempers flare, one blacksmith shouts, "That son of a bitch is even holding a sword," sparking a volatile eruption. In the chaos, Roman's authority could turn this conflict into a lesson of loyalty and quality, reminding them of Dimitri's proud legacy. His determined control and unwavering resolve become undeniable as he halts the commotion with a commanding stop. The tension-filled room watches Roman redefine the standards expected of those who craft for Dimitri. A tense silence fills the room as a defeated Hendrik finally admits, "I'm sorry." The weight of his mistakes presses heavily upon him. "I am entirely at fault in this matter," he confesses, acknowledging his shortcomings. Suddenly, a furious voice cuts through the remorse. "Hendrik, you son of a bitch," someone yells, unleashing a torrent of blame and anger. The reprimand echoes, questioning Hendrik's lapse in his duties. "Did I not tell you that you need to make your own sword?" The passionate outburst continues, comparing him to that damn muscle pig and lamenting the lack of essential teachings for their craftsmanship. A frustrated apprentice questions, "When the hell am I gonna become a blacksmith at this rate?" Pride wounded, he retorts about being treated like a charity or something, challenged by limited resources. Holding a single coin, he desperately tries to fulfill a promise while seeking hope through purchasing a new sword. In a peaceful setting, a figure reflects with disappointment. Did you not hear me telling you to screw off? A daydream is broken as someone shouts, "Hey," catching his attention amid the blooming scenery. Surprised, he exclaims, "What?" as a sword is offered to him for free by a kind stranger. The man explains, "I heard you had financial struggles. Please take this, at least," emphasizing the gesture of goodwill despite his refusal to take any money for it. Grateful, the recipient smiles, relieved, "I'm thankful, as long as this sword won't be a detriment." In the tranquility of the moment, heartfelt thanks echo, "Thank you so much," just before a dark vision overtakes. He sights a fallen figure, blood pooling. The haunting scene reveals a person gasping, as life ebbs away, helplessness marking the final breath. A crowd murmurs about the unfortunate event caused by a broken sword during a bandit fight. While the atmosphere of loss prevails, a voice solemnly notes, "If only his sword didn't break," reflecting on the tragic cruelty of fate. In the shadow of past regrets, a desperate plea echoes, "I need a good weapon," as someone kneels, their heart burdened by loss. The weight of responsibility hangs heavy, darker than killing him myself. A solemn vow resonates. "I swore that I wouldn't let something like that happen again." Master Hendrik stands confronted by his past failures, realizing his pathetic state. "How pathetic can I be?" Resolute, he declares, "I will pay the price for my actions." In unexpected kindness, Roman Dmitri offers, "Then I won't take this any further," urging to protect the lives of my soldiers. Acknowledging that failures stem from personal biases clouding judgment, Roman seeks absolution to bury both of our mistakes in the mud. Hendrik, taken aback by the profound change in Roman, wonders, how can someone change to such an extent? This pivotal moment cements a newfound alliance, anchored in redemption and understanding. Master Hendrik reflects on Roman's transformation, noting, "I feel he's not the same as before." Acknowledging his past errors, he apologizes, "I am truly sorry for this matter and vows, I swear that something like this will not happen again." Determined to rectify his mistakes, Hendrik promises new armor for Roman's soldiers. As the forge flames roar, the blacksmiths commence their work with fervor. Amidst the intense atmosphere, a realization sparks. "I stole Master Hendrik's sword." An aide recalls Roman sneaking into the smithy while drunk and selling Hendrik's masterpiece to a merchant for a pittance. The tale of this sword, crafted over months without leaving the smithy, resonates deeply. Roman contemplates the significance, recognizing the folly of his past self. As Roman Dmitri steps forward, his presence is acknowledged with quiet intensity. In the quiet forge, Roman acknowledges the lingering tension, confessing, "I haven't completely forgiven you for past errors." Yet, he foresees a change in perception, saying, "I may see you in a different light if quality improves." As the narrative shifts to the forge's interior, anticipation builds with the soft creak of a door. A warm familiarity greets Roman as he enters, reflecting, "It's been a while since he's felt this purpose." The forge stands ready, stocked with tools, waiting for new creation. Roman, embracing the challenge, declares, "Let's begin amidst the rising flames." A flashback reveals Roman's past trials ambushed in a life or death struggle. At 18, his resolve was tested when his treasured sword broke under relentless attacks. This vivid memory underscores the necessity of crafting a weapon worthy of his strength and determination. In the dead of night, a figure exclaims in shock as sparks fly. A vision of determination sharpens in his eyes, reflecting a resolve forged in battle. Grappling with the memories of escaping death, he realizes, "I need a sword that will never break in battle and fully unleash my abilities." Reflecting on the past, he recalls, "After that day, unlike my brothers, I visited blacksmiths and learned how to forge swords." The weight of countless battles tempered his skill, creating a weapon perfect for each decisive moment. Now, burdened with the need for a new creation, he hammers fervently in anticipation of the looming conflict. The final thought echoes, "It is time to make a sword just for my new self," cementing his commitment to growth and protection. With the promise of further developments, the saga continues, leaving readers eager for more.